All right. Well, back Saturday night, a little late. No coffee tonight. Still have my little fidget gadget. I do that. I was out earlier too today. I should have got a fidget spinner. Just something to do, occupy my time while I sit here and talk to you. I'm just hang out for a minute and see if my buddy shows up or anybody shows up. Hanging out another cold, wet, blowing night. Actually, it's really windy outside tonight. We're under some kind of wind advisory. So that doesn't add to the depression at all. Being cold and damp, dark early. Time's changing tomorrow. It'll be dark at 4 o'clock now. Kind of love it. But yeah, if you don't catch the live stream, part of what I was going to talk about tonight, you just watch it after. I guess now they've diagnosed me as having PTSD as well, if you've been following the chat logs. So, yep, I don't know. Apparently, I keep having this recurring dream. Nightmare, actually, or night terror, they're calling it. It's that bad. Keep having dreams that somewhere in the middle of my surgery, I actually wake up and can feel my hands inside my chest. No, it's a little gross, whatever. It is what it is. But that's what's going on now. So I have to go back and be rechecked in 2 weeks. But she's fairly confident with the follow up that, yeah, it's having these night terrors, waking up in the middle of the night, causes of PTSD, causes me to be afraid to go to bed, afraid to fall asleep, afraid I'm going to have a nightmare, afraid I may not wake up, have another heart attack in the middle of the night. So, yeah, as soon as I start dozing off and wake right back up, I scare myself back up when I do finally fall asleep. Totally. It's not every night, but it's not just the one. I have the one recurring nightmare of waking up during surgery, which I don't think I did. Hey, gamer, how you doing? Finally caught me. Good. What you up to tonight, gamer? Good. Same here. I got out for a little while today. Went for a ride to Augusta. It's about an hour away. It was good to get out for a little while. I don't do that much. Sure, you got a story? You want me to tell you a story? I think you killed off the nurse. You got to come up with something else now. I think she's gone. Well, that was weird. I just turned blue. About how the nurse was. I know. Just speaking of demons. I think I was just demonized. Why did I just turn blue? Tell a story about how the nurse was undemonified. That's some good English. What are you trying to say? How she became undemonified? Usually a wooden stake in the heart or silver bullet, but we didn't have guns. Possibly the drugs you keep feeding her. That might have gotten her. That might have woke her back up. That's right. You were running from her. So I think she went crazy. Maybe the meds finally kicked in. Knocked the demons out of her. Yes, but I think she ate the priest. I don't know if the priest made it. Same thing for those of you watching or may join in later. We've had this ongoing sideline story. So if you're following along, you read the chat, that's what's going on, just so you know what's going on. Because it is supposed to be about depression and PTSD. But if you follow along in the chat, that's what's going on. So, Gamer called a priest. He did come, but he died. He dropped the cross. And then I don't know, we're trying to do something to undemonize this nurse. Holy water, maybe? That might help do something. But I'd definitely run over it. If he dropped the cross when he died, I was just going to say that. You stabbed her in the chest with a cross. Or that's not what you were going to say. That's what you should have said. Yeah, well, I bet she freaked out. Scared the devil out of her, literally. Which maybe will bring her back to normal or somewhat normal. You know, she's got a cross in her chest. That might straighten out a few things. I don't know. But it would definitely scare the demon out of her. It should. It's got to work better than a wooden stake or any kind of silver bullet. Started talking backwards. That's an interesting one. Really. Could happen. Sure. She's definitely not in her right mind. That's for sure. Oh, my heat kicked off. Thank God. That's too loud. Went back to normal, but there's always a but. So I'm talking backward. But I don't know, turn green? Wicked Witch of the West type thing? Oh, she remembers you stabbing her. But that could be a good thing, maybe, because you kind of saved her by stabbing her. So maybe it's not so bad. Maybe. I don't know. Well, she's probably mad, but again, you saved her life. I'll try to explain it to her. Because if you didn't do that, she'd be dead or undead. Which kind of means she'd be around forever. But you knocked the demon out of her. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Yeah, I'd be scared of her. She's still alive after all that. There's still something demon running around inside her, that's for sure. You're not scared of her? You must be. I think you did, yeah. She's either a demon or she's got one in her. Or had one in her before you stabbed her. But yeah, I think you did. And I mentioned earlier, too, if I get cut off really quick tonight, we've got like really high winds. There's trees down all over the place. Just so you know, if I lose power, if this gets cut off really quick without an ending or whatever, I'm not just disconnecting. I probably lost power. And, most definitely be back tomorrow night. But just so you know, I want you thinking I just ran off on you. She's like 90%. Is she still 90% even with the cross in her? Maybe we ought to just tie the cross into her somehow. Make sure it doesn't come out. That demon won't come out that way. or at least a metal stake or something. Something's got to keep her from going or not going back insane again and demonizing the rest of us. But that could happen. She could come after us and demonize all of us. Well, true. Where are you in all this? Well, oh, that wind. When you stabbed her, how was it? Well, you stabbed her. She got mad. I know that, but dude, you saved her life. Her real life, not the demon life. Hmm. It's getting bad out there. She brought you here. I was just going to say, where is here? Well, are you in a house? Are you in a mansion? Are you in a dungeon? What does it look like? What's around you? Like brick or stone? Oh, so you're outside, fog and dust. You're outside? And I'm guessing it's dark, like a cloud. So it's that foggy you can't see anything. But you're pretty sure you're outside. She probably brought you to her graveyard, her crypt where she really lives. Well, it could be too. Could very well be. Oh, I don't think you can hear that on cam, but we're gonna lose a tree tonight. Talk about depression, that'll depress me. I know it's really really bad here. Talking 30, 40 mile an hour winds. I can hear the trees, and it was light earlier. I saw branches all over the place, all the leaves ripped off all the trees. And unfortunately, that's not part of your story. That's like real life. All the trees, the leaves got ripped off the trees. They're all just bare and barren now. And it was actually foggy and hazy today. I told you I was out earlier. It was really hard to see. The wind and the rain was just ripping. It's hard driving. Oh, excuse me, but yeah, I could just hear stuff ripping around. So hopefully, I don't think there's big enough trees around my house that anything's going to get hit. I don't believe. Ow. At least I hope not. Depressed enough as it is, I don't need a tree in my house. Why not? I talk to anybody. Find out what's going on. My God, I look like I've been in the wind too all day. The hell happened to me? If you just joined us, I'm really going through a pretty bad windstorm right now. Plan on being on here for a little while, but I may lose the feed. I may not be here that long. They must be kind of big teeth if they're scary looking teeth. Oh yeah, it's getting kind of scary out there for real. Waiting for an answer from you. Who or what are you? I love the sound of the wind, though. It's actually soothing late at night. It's nice and dark, relaxing. And I've got a metal roof, too, so I can hear everything pinging off the top of the roof. Kind of cool. Some people don't like it. Some people get scared by it. I think it's kind of relaxing. I don't think it's loud enough for the cam to pick it up, though, but I can hear it. Ooh. See if things out there snapping and crackling. It's cool. It's a good night for it, too, after today I had. Need something to relax, calm me down a little bit. And someone just joined us, too. Just jump in, say hi. Yeah, that sounds fair, right? Sounds fair. At least get a name for him. Or her. Who knows? Very nice, but you sound kind of scary looking. You could be nice, but you sound scary. Is you have more like teeth or more like fangs? Because that alone's enough to scare anybody. But it's an it, so you can't even tell if it's a male or female. Oof. It's getting worse. Supposed to go on, get worse the longer the night goes. That's why I said I might lose you. He's that scary. He's got a plain name like Joe. I don't trust this guy. I don't know about you. Well, he says he's very nice, but same thing. You can't believe everything everybody tells you. And actually, while you're talking to him, ask him where he is. Maybe he can tell you where you are. Maybe he knows where we are. Uh-oh. Now he knows I'm here. That's all right. If he knows this place, maybe he knows where you are. See if you're in a basement or a cemetery or worse. Oh, I guess he does. Well, no, I'm just hanging out over here. Right. Maybe he just doesn't know I'm here. There you go. Find out where we are. Because this can't be right. This isn't. This is a little too weird and spooky to be any place on Earth. That's for sure. No idea. So he knows there's more people here too. Who does he know that's here? He wanted to know who I was. I want to know who he knows. Who's here? Yeah, that might help. How'd he get here? We're not really sure how we got here. So how did he get here? He must know that. If he won't tell us who else is here. Office. So he is a professional, or he was a professional if he's still alive. I don't know. He was in an office. So he's a professional something. But yeah, all of a sudden, what? What's he doing here? I hear a bang. Uh-oh. What kind of a bang? Like metal or an explosion or something hit you on the head? Could be. You never know. Huh. That's weird. Oh, so he doesn't really know how he got here either. Kind of, but not really. Hmm. Ask him if there's anybody else here with him. Anybody that'll be willing to talk to us, that's even be better. Yeah, it's a little creepy. Must be somebody. He said earlier something about none of us know how we were here. There's got to be more than just him here. Yep, see, I knew it. I knew I heard what he said. So who's here? Okay, who is this guy? See if he knows where we are. Oh, man. Wayne's just picking up more. Sorry. Yes, it is. Well, sorry. See if he knows where we are. Or if he thinks we know where we are. Or even another good question, how long has he been here if he knows? Maybe he can't figure that out either. Oh, that's not good. We interrupted his game. He won't be happy then. Well, yeah, I guess since we got his attention, like I said, find out if he knows where we are. And then how did we get here? Somebody around here has got to know something of what's going on. Oh, okay. Well, right. Take it easy. Chill out. We're just trying to figure out the same thing where all of us are. How'd we get here? What's Bobby's story? He doesn't remember how he got here either. He was just playing poker and he just showed up. Oh, excuse me. I should have made my coffee tonight. I didn't. Oh, it's getting late too. Oh, maybe. Depends if it's scary but cool, maybe. I don't know. Into somewhere scary. Whew. I don't know. I have to think about that. If it's cool. Yeah, sure. Tell me what happened to you, if you know what happened to you. Or at least as much of what you know. Yeah, what's your story, Bobby? Walking at night. Well, depending on where you are, that's scary enough alone. Oh. Huh. So it had red glowing eyes too. Just like Joe's buddy that got him. So for now, that's all we know. They seem to all be being attacked by something with these glowing eyes. Yeah, me too. Definitely think it's time to go home. Things where I'm going, I'm going to go home and go hide in my bed. That was a little traumatizing for all of us. Hello. How are you? Oh, Gamer's been attacking a bunch of people. He's just kind of been role playing. It's not I know exactly what the channel's about, but we've just been kind of playing around, waiting for some people to come in and talk. Gamer's got a really vivid sense of imagination. If you scroll up in the chat logs, you can read kind of his story, what he's been going on. I'm all right. You read the channel description, so not the greatest, but I'm all right. Oh no, still here. How are you doing tonight? Well, hopefully your story didn't scare her away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But that's kind of why we're here, just to sit and talk and try to cheer some people up. So, did something happen, or if you want to talk about it, you don't have to. Yeah, well, that's true. I cry, you cry, we all do. Sometimes it's a good thing. Get it out of your system. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I can't imagine. My parents are still alive. I can't imagine. Um, but yeah, my mother went through a lot of stuff. It's tough. Is he home or is he in the hospital? Or again, you don't have to answer any of these if you don't want to. Just trying to help out. Oh, I was hoping you had a better day too, gamer. You weren't in school today. I was hoping it was a better day, but I guess not for you either. Why'd your friend punch you? Oh well, if there's an accident, we've all done that. Horse playing around and got hit. I gave my best friend a black eye one time. We were just horsing around having fun, but I hit him. Kidney failure. Ooh, so must be on dialysis. That's a rough thing. Sorry to hear that. That's a rough thing to do. Jeez. And it's upsetting. And like I said, it's okay to cry, but that's kind of why I started this channel. Just get people together. Just need to talk and you know, hopefully put some people in the right moods or put them in their right mindset where they need to be. But that's horrible. I know I had my heart attack after my surgeries. It just threw me. Oh, he hasn't even started treatment yet, so he must have just been diagnosed recently. Wow, that's hard. Again, I'm sorry to hear that. Huh. But that's a good thing. Talk to somebody, vent, get it out there. It's tough when people you're close to get sick and you wonder what's going on. I'm doing a little better, but I have a cancer screening on Monday myself, and uh, I'm real nervous about it. I don't know. um, Hoping I don't have it, but there's some signs and symptoms there, and yeah, I guess they'll run some tests Monday, and I'll find out soon. Um, Hopefully, it's treatable. I don't want to really don't want to get into that. Um, but yeah, we'll find out Monday. So my heart's a little better. Yeah, um, not much. I got a long way to go, but I did have open heart surgery. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, I had open heart surgery to correct it. It's and I do have congestive heart failure, so it'll be with me forever. But I'm a little different as long as I kind of stay healthy and eat the right foods and do what I'm supposed to. I'm on a whole truckload of pills, but um, yeah, I had it early enough too, so hopefully it'll correct it enough so I'll still be around for a while. Like I said, I just got to watch what I eat, diet and exercise, and good attitude in life. Um, but again, that's kind of why I started this channel up. There's so many people out there that just need. And sometimes it's good to just talk to a stranger. Um, you can open up. I don't know you. You don't know me. Nobody knows each other. You can just open up and vent on the channel. That's why I started it. Yeah, same thing. As you go further on in life, you do wonder. The good ones always seem to get caught up in the wrong things. I mean, not saying anything, but I still am, but I was a good person, and I didn't even really feel that sick right up till the day I had the heart attack. When I went in the hospital, that's when they told me I actually had four heart attacks. I had two in the past, recent past, and then I had one was July 22nd last year. And then well, July 21st, I had the third decent heart attack, but it's actually seemed to pass. On July 22nd, the next morning, I had a major heart attack. And then 8 days later, I had my surgery. So, yeah, it kind of threw me for a bit. Because again, I mean, I'm not any kind of jock or athlete or anything, but young, I figured I was healthy enough and, things were okay. I know, threw me. So I had no idea. And it's probably the same thing with your father, You feel down and sometimes you get problems or aches or pains or whatever, but yeah, you never quite figure it's anything that serious. And when I was sitting in the hospital, they just came out of nowhere and said, "Yeah, you're having a heart attack and you're going in for surgery in 8 days." I definitely was not expecting that. Oh wow, 40 pounds. That's excellent. Yeah, I just been healthy enough recently to kind of start, because that's one of the things. Can't really do a whole lot having the heart attack and the surgery. Your whole chest has been ripped open, so it takes a long time for that to heal. Thanks, and yeah, like I say, congratulations. That's 40 pounds. Is I think I'm only down like 6 pounds. I got a ways to go, but um, yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask too, gamer. Must be why our name's got keto in it. Yeah, I haven't heard too much. I haven't done anything with it. I mean, I've changed my diet. I guess I've heard the name keto, but I don't really know what it is or what you got to do. But yeah, same thing. I figure, it's not the greatest, but it's a start, right? So, um, just gonna keep walking and do what I can. Hopefully, as time goes by, um, geez, yeah, I'd love to lose 40 pounds. I need to probably lose like 80, but to be in their healthy range. Some of that's unrealistic too. You're just not gonna, I'm so limited with the exercise I can do. And then again, because of the surgery, I get fatigued really quick. So sometimes it's hard to do anything because all I want to do is sit and relax, you know, and I'm not lazy by any means. I can't. I still have breathing problems sometimes, the energy problems. It's all what's bringing part of this the whole depression along. Is I don't feel like doing anything. I have no interest in doing anything whatsoever. Um, and gamer, you've got a wild imagination. I bet you probably did make a lot of friends on here, and you still will. You're still young. So, and you've got a wild imagination. You ought to write these stories down. I don't know if you do or not, but yeah. And you know what? You're gonna have those days too, unfortunately, where sometimes food comes in as it's just a comforting factor. So you're gonna have these good days and bad days. They're emotional roller coasters, is what they are. And yeah, once in a while, even if you're having a good day, I think honestly, it's kind of good to cheat a little bit. I mean, you got your whole life ahead of you. You're still gonna live. You crave a candy bar once in a while or pizza. I mean, you gotta live. So, and you've lost 40 pounds. I mean, as long as you don't go back to your old habits, like I tell myself, I can't go back to my old habits. But you've lost some weight. That's excellent. You had a little setback, and you got a very good reason. That's the other thing I used to do. Don't beat yourself up over that. You had a good reason. You had a bad day. Things didn't go your way. So you cheated a little bit. Who cares? Like I said, as long as you don't keep up with it. But yeah, so you gained a pound today. You'll lose 2 tomorrow. Blank blank. Yep, I actually agree with that too. We're all here. We've got food on the table. There's heat in my house. I don't know where you guys live, but I'm in central Maine. It's cold here. Yeah, you have your cheat days. That's excellent. You have to. I actually had not for bad reasons, actually for good reasons, but I had cheat day too today. Um, I went out to Olive Garden, had some pasta, one breadstick, only one, but I had one, and The way home, me and my friend had a candy bar. And you know what? It happens. Like I said, I think if you just totally put aside everything and didn't do it anymore, because I've done that too. You see, you have to change your whole way of eating, and that was the thing. I just was the first time I tried it. I just stopped eating everything that was bad for you, and what happens is you wind up so intent on, oh, I gotta have whatever your thing is that you like, cookies, candy, cakes, whatever. You get so wound up in it, you need it. And then instead of just having the one candy bar or a couple of cookies, you've deprived yourself for so long, you basically go on a binge and eat the whole box of cookies or the entire cake or something. And I've done it. I've done it. So I'm not saying it's anything negative, but yeah, you have to have those cheat days every once in a while. And I think that's healthy for you too, as far as, having some kind it's like a release almost, even though you're taking it in. 70% water diet. Yeah, see, that's the other thing too. When it does, the water fills you up. Um, and I've actually even started recently too. The apple cider vinegar, I've been throwing that into me too. And it's a little harsh. I got to mix it with something. um, but supposedly that's supposed to help too. And it does, it's supposed to help you make you feel full too. So that's the other thing too. If you have a healthy meal every day, um, yeah, because you feel you've got that, like Blank said, with all that water, you always feel full. So when you do sit down at the table, even if it's a bad meal, but it should be a good meal, you're not liable to eat as much because you're already kind of full. So, but you do have to eat every day. You got to get, saying no is whatever. But, um, oh yeah, the apple cider vinegar. Like I said, you definitely have to mix it with something. But because it is a little rough. I don't know. The first time I was just reading something online, and shot of apple cider, I could do that, and I just took a shot of it. Whew, that was rough. It really was. But um, yeah, you can attach a filter, or I do actually. I'm lucky. I can get the filtered water because I can't. Well, our tap water is kind of not the greatest here, anyways. um, but yeah, I usually get bottled water or something. Um, Definitely more pure, a lot less chemicals in it for you. Um, it's definitely the way to go. So yeah, if you can get a filter even one of those Brita, those pitchers that have the filters on them, anything you can do just to strain that water out and get it cleaner. Plus, I think it tastes better. It always seems like town water around here is always full of chlorine, and it just doesn't taste right to me. So I just rather have purified water or any kind of bottled water. Like I said, get one of those Brita filters, something definitely. But yeah, our body's made up of 70% water, and we don't drink enough of it. People don't understand that. You definitely need to get more. But I'm going to do some homework too on that keto diet. Like I said, I've heard people throw the term around, but I don't really know what it is or what you're supposed to do. But in the stream a little later, I'll have to definitely. It's interesting. I'll have to check into that. So, but it's interesting, and apparently it's working. How if you're still here? I don't know. We lost somebody. How long have you been doing that keto diet? Oh yeah, no, definitely, definitely don't want to be drinking when you take an Advil. That's for sure. Yeah, but it took me having the heart attack to realize that I needed to slow down my life a little bit. Huh. So, Blake, are you taking the keto diet too, or is it just ketos for about 4 months? 4 months. So you're roughly kind of losing 10 pounds a month. You said you lost 40 pounds. That's kind of a lot. It's good, but I mean, isn't that kind of a lot? I don't know. No, sorry, gamer. I know you're in here too. You just killed somebody or did something. But yeah, we kind of get into this keto diet. So we still love you. We just I wanted to find out what was going on with the keto diet because, like I said, I've heard about it, but I don't know much. I've just heard the term. I don't know much about it. Now I'm gonna have to do some homework. But see, Mike said the same thing. We still love everybody. We just no. I think it's her name, Keto, Keto. It's keto diet. Kettle diet would be like I don't know, hot tea. That sounds good right now, though. But it's not what we're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to do homework. Like I said, I've heard the term, and I guess a lot of people swear by it. But hey, if it works, fancy lady diet. Well, it could be a fancy lady diet, but again, if it works, I'll try. I'll try anything once. If it works, I'm there. That's Bobby. Well, it looks more like Booby, but we can't talk about that here. High fat, low carb diet. Well, I agree with the low carb. I guess the high fat. See, it depends again on who you talk to because my doctors are trying to get rid of the fat and the carbs and the sugar and this and it. So I don't know. But doesn't our body need and our brain needs fat to operate? Yeah, Bobby's eyes don't blink either. That's kind of creepy. Yeah, I know. And under 20 carbs a day is killer, but that is what you need to do. See, that's almost where I agree with you with taking the shot. That might have been better for us, but maybe not. Not health wise, but it make you feel a lot better. Now, who's that dude? Is that Mr. Funny Man? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess. It definitely makes sense. Of course, I'd like to get more calories out than in, but oh, gamer, you just came up blank. Oh, no, there you are. That's your face. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's what I was saying. I got to do some homework, so and I will. I'll get off tonight and I'll look at that or tomorrow morning first thing. I have to write myself notes because I don't remember anything. I used to. My memory's shot. Oh, here we go. On YouTube. Oh, well, I do the second thing. Let's see. Eat healthy. I've been eating pretty healthy. I always say something about a lot of people every day, to be honest. I do exercise as much as I can. Again, being a heart patient, I just got to prove to do a little bit of walking. Um, I've been going live every couple of days, but I'm going to start, I think, tomorrow going live every night about 10 o'clock. My time. I don't know where you are in the world, but I go about 10 o'clock. I'm in Maine, so Eastern time, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, thanks. I try to be. Yeah, it's 11:11. So, yeah, because I've been broadcasting now for almost an hour. So, yeah, if you're around 10 o'clock and if you hit like and subscribe, hit that bell button, you'll get notified every time I go live. I'm going to try to do a couple of daytime live streams too. I started doing this at night because nighttime's the worst time for me. It's when you're alone with your thoughts and my mind starts wandering and I go to that dark place that I don't want to be in, but I go into. um, so, but I haven't had a whole lot of response. That's why, like I was saying, I'm thinking about possibly starting, and I could even do two. I mean, I'm home recuperating. I got nothing else to do, so I may do 2 live streams, but yeah, if you click, like and subscribe and that bell icon, you will find out when I'm on. But pretty much I'm going to try to go live every night, like I said, about 10 o'clock Eastern. I think it's good for me. It's good for other people. And yeah, Gamer's actually a really nice kid too. He gets picked on a lot like I used to in high school. So he and I just kind of clicked. That's why if you scroll up, you see some of our crazy stories. Oh, thanks for the subscription. Yeah, Gamer, you've got more angels. I know you talk a big talk, but you got angels watching you. We all do. And yeah, that's kind of what the channel is about. I'd like to see if we can do some decent things for some people. And yeah, that's actually one of the things my therapist was telling me. And I was actually telling other people, I've been to telling other people, sometimes it's kind of healthy and it's actually better for you. I think it's easier to talk to strangers because they don't prejudge you. Like, I don't know you, you don't know me, you don't know any of the chatters. So you can talk freely. You don't have to worry about what you say, and there's no prejudices. I don't prejudge anything or anybody. Really open-minded. I'm just here. Thank you. I pray for you too. We all need to. But yeah, we just need a place to just vent sometimes. Just straighten your heads out. Oh, Gamer, that was a compliment. No, if I remember, you killed the nurse, but that's another story. And yes, you're right too. I'm a little older than 34, but I think I realized too at kind of a younger age, um, life is short. People take things for granted. Um, I lost my best friend. He was 18 years old, and that alone nearly killed me. Um, you know, to be here, I mean, and he had his whole world in front of him. He was engaged to be married. Life was wonderful. He had a good job. They were happy. And, it was a tragic accident. It wasn't drugs or anything. It was just he had a tragic accident, wound up drowning, actually, and he passed. And, yeah, a lot of people just, they don't, like you said, they don't take life for what it's worth. We're not here for a long time, and as you get older, it gets a little rougher. Sometimes it gets easier, sometimes it gets rougher. It depends on the situation you're in. But yeah, you're right, Gamer. Live life to the fullest because you never know. Every day is a gift. Tomorrow's not promised. Same thing with the people around you. So I like to be as positive as I can. I think it's one of the other reasons, again, I started this channel is I usually am a really positive, upbeat, giving person. And I'm not anymore. I can't seem to get out of this funk that I'm in. Yeah, that's true too, Blank. You don't know where someone's sitting in life, what their situation is, what their problems are. Because I even get that now. People, for a little while, it was one of the, I had a hard time even walking when I just got out of surgery. And I was in one of those electric chairs for a little while because I couldn't walk far. And people used to judge me and the things they would say. And the best thing I always heard was that, oh, you look fine. Yeah, I may look fine, but I also have a 12-inch scar on my chest. I was opened up and, I had major surgery. So you're right. People, they judge appearances. You look fine. You look this, you look that. We actually had a lady one time. I don't know who the other kid was. We were in a Walmart. I was using one of their electric chairs, and it was funny. Well, it was ironic. It wasn't funny because there was nothing funny about it. But this kid must have been like 19, 20 years old. And everybody used to ask me, but me and him were all in the same chair. Well, 2 chairs at the same time, I should say. And this old lady came up to us and she was cursing us both out, said we didn't need him. Well, yeah, he was a 19-year-old little kid. But the killer is people didn't understand. And I didn't even know because I was kind of wondering myself, he's young, you look good, everything's wonderful, whatever. And come to find out, he had a broken ankle. He couldn't stand up. So it's like you said, people pass judgment. They don't know what other people's stories are, where they're at physically or mentally or whatever. Um, so yeah, you don't know where people are. So I try not to judge anybody. And like I said, I'm me. I'm for me. You know, I don't judge. I don't pass judgment. I've had enough passed on me. So, um, ooh, that's really rough. And suicide's tough. I can't imagine, especially from your mom. That's got to be a really tough job. Wow. Hopefully she's alive now, still with us, and she's okay. Got some help. Oh yeah, gamer, you're definitely the youngest one here, though. It's not a bad thing. Yeah, and I don't think I'm telling secrets out of school because it's up higher in chat. But blank, her father's also just was diagnosed with some problems, so uh, she's had it rough all around with both parents. That's got to be really hard. And yeah, it is a life changing event. Same with the heart surgery. I mean, I knew it was major surgery and this and that, but I never thought it was going to be life changing. Not to this extent. I mean, it changed my mood, my attitude, the way I look at life, the way I look at people. And I'm not normally like that. Um, and again, that's why I tried to start this channel and try to get things back on track. I don't do this. I don't normally, like I said, I'm a very giving person. Go out of my way to help anybody if I can. Um, no, it does. It changes an awful lot. Anything like that's a big, big life changing event. Yeah. Oh yeah, gamer, you're fine. Yeah, I was just trying to read some of the chat. Sorry. Yeah, you're being supportive. I know, because gamer, same thing. You've gone through some stuff too. Then you can share it. I don't talk out of school, but I know you were telling me last chat you've gone through some stuff and it's rough. So, but you're doing fine. I think you've got a lot in you too. You're just a young little boy. We just got to train you right. But you sound like a good kid. Like I said, you've got a wicked imagination. Yeah, they're actually starting to thinking about it anyways. They're thinking about putting me on some medication too. Kind of sort of happy pills, I call them. But they've tried everything, and I've been like this for the last 3 years, 4 years. It's nothing new, and I just can't seem to get out of this. Yes, gamer. Yeah. Well, see, Blank, that's I used to be that too. I was a really outgoing extrovert. Um, and yeah, I don't see if I can grab some of your energy because that's one of my things. I know part of it isn't me, and it's not these thoughts in my head. It's the physical surgery. It takes a lot on it. Do you know your breastbone is harder than concrete? I didn't know that until about 2 weeks ago. I was doing some homework on the surgery I had done, and they cut your breastplate open. I didn't realize it was that strong. Yeah, well, I wish you could reach through the screen right now because it probably does work. But this chat tickles me, to be honest. In a different level. But I think it's awesome you guys came in. We can talk, and hopefully this channel grows. I just started doing this channel too, only a couple weeks ago, and not even every night like I wanted to. But it's getting there. The more people that come in, the more that chat. And yes, you too, gamer, even with your stories, even though it's so off topic, you're still fun. So hopefully his channel will grow. And like I said, I may have to open a separate channel just for gamer and his stories. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying you're funny, but it's not really what we're here for. Can I draw on you because you're blank? Well, that would be interesting. Gamer actually drew his own his icon there, that's his own drawing. Yeah, well, that's good too, and it's almost ironic too. You did that. I moved from Las Vegas to Maine to help take care of my father, and then I had the massive heart attack and the open heart surgery, and now they're taking care of me instead of the other way around. So yeah, it is. It's a life changing event. I get it. Because he's developed dementia. He's starting to lose his mind slowly, which is actually, I think, worse than if it was quick because you just see the slow deterioration process. Not that I want to see it go quick either, but you know what I'm saying. It's like slowly pieces of the page just keep getting taken away every day. So, and it's a lot. It draws a lot out of you. And again, that's I think kind of the ironic part. Like I said, I came here to help him. Now they're taking care of me. But I'm basically I can do basic stuff. I just get tired still very quick. Oh, okay. I was gonna say that line didn't make sense to me real quick, but now it does. Oh, gamer, be nice. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Yeah, and I know about small towns. Like I said, I live in Maine, so you didn't tell me about small towns. I know. Um, yeah, that's awesome that you were able to do that, and I bet they're your world right now. Definitely, that's really cool. Though you're doing that, and you can do that. I mean, I'm okay. Like I was saying before, I can take care of myself just fine. I don't know about I try to help dad around to house too much as I can. I don't know if I could take one kid, let alone four. Not that I would love to. Don't get me wrong. It's awesome you're doing it, but that's got to be a lot of work. I can just imagine. Yes, yes. Keto's done very well. 'Cause like you said, I'd love to, but I don't think you can do four kids. Not them in now. Getting better, but they're still talking years before I get through this. The PTSD and the depression. It's not like I'm just in a bad mood. I need to cheer up. Like I said, this is going on 3 or 4 years now. It's clinical. Um, and that's where they want to try to possibly start doing some meds because I just cannot get out of this funk. Yeah, definitely work there. Yeah, well, that's I don't know. That's interesting. I probably do it. Well, I could have the temperament. It just and they have to be older young kids. I couldn't do babies or young kids. I love my buddy just had a baby. I love babies, but I think I love the other fact they're not mine, so I just give them up. But yeah, that's some serious work doing that. Wow, I'll give you credit for that. Are they really young kids or just children or like older teens almost? You lost me, gamer. Who's that? Oops. Sorry, it's my little habit. I get lost in thought and I start playing with my little fiddlesticks here. I don't know why. Puro, why? Gamer, you lost me. Who is Puro? Or Puro? I don't know who that is. Somebody new that came into your world. No, I agree with you there too. I've had pets in the past, mainly cats. I don't have anything right now because the same thing. I'm barely just able to take care of myself. So if I couldn't provide the home that whatever it needs, kids or pets, whatever, I wouldn't raise a goldfish right now just because I would want to make sure that they had everything that they needed, and I'm not really in a position to do that right now. Like I said, I'm just basically back to taking care of myself. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to get into that. And again, I'd love to, but like you said, yeah, I really respect that. At least you know your limitations. You're not ready to do, excuse me, to do that. That's definitely cool because there's so many people that think they want to and they get bored with it. It is. It is. That's the other thing too. I learned from watching other websites and stuff. I don't think if I ever did get an animal again, it'd have to be two or three or four. I couldn't just. Yeah, I never really thought about it before, but yeah, I'd go to work all day. And, I actually used to own my own business, so it wasn't even 8 hours. I'd be gone in my apartment sometimes 10, 12, 14 hours a day. I mean, it was a kitten. There was always food down in a litter box. It didn't kind of go without, but I always figure, what a lonely life she used to have. So I finally found somebody that would take her. And then, of course, the heart attack, I didn't have a choice. So, um, but it's not easy. But, well, yeah, I imagine too, they must keep you busy. Because, yeah, even like I said, the one kitten, she was a handful. And I loved her. I took care of her, did whatever. She had plenty of food, good food, fresh water every day. I did all the right things, plenty of toys. But I always just felt guilty. I went to work and I was never really there with her. Of course, it's almost the same thing. Can't sleep all day, but you should still be there more than just a couple hours at night. So then, yeah, 3, 4, 4, and 6. That's challenging because they're still at the young enough age. At least if they were a little older and could do something to help you help themselves and everything. But yeah, you can't really expect much from a 3-year-old or a 6-year-old, really. Wow. So the day. Life is, and that's what happens a lot of time. Blank. Life happens, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but life happens. And yeah, people get distracted. Things aren't like they used to be. That's for sure. But of course, at the same time, Keto, oh man, having all those young kids, that must be a blast too around your house. Yes, a lot of work and a lot of stress, but it's got to be a blast. Kids that age are a lot of fun. Do I know what a furry is? Nope, I don't. But you're going to tell me I know it. So, hey, you know what? There comes a point you'll be able to. I'm not laughing at you either, by the way. I'm laughing with you, but 34, yeah. Well, I still can't take care of my own damn needs. It, you're never really gonna feel like you're taking care of it, and I'm sure you are. You can, but yeah, I always felt like that too. Um, it sometimes it's overwhelming. There's a lot in life, like we were saying, life happens. So to be able to take care of yourself 100%. Like furry is a type of lifestyle. Wait a minute, I lost something here. Okay, it's a walking, talking animal. Furry is a type of lifestyle, dressing up in furry costume, enjoying the life of being an animal spirit. I've never heard of that, to be honest, but I guess the two of you have. So I will write that down. I will look that up on YouTube too. Never heard of that. Enjoying life as being an animal spirit. Really? Okay, Keto, you've been doing what for 2 years? The fostering children or acting or being a furry? And do you do it gamer too? Are you a furry? Or do you do that furry activity? I don't know what to call it. Oh yeah, he know. I think he knows. Yes, we're listening to you, gamer. Do I have children? No. No, I don't. No, would love to. Like you said, you adopted, I guess, or you're fostering children. Gaming to play. You're not old enough to be half furry gamer. Come on. Not furry. I'm a fanboy, yes. Cubic Castles. Never heard. Well, I've actually never heard of either one of them. I don't. I don't play a whole lot of online games, but apparently I need to start because I know Gamer does. A lot of people do. I don't know. I never. Well, I guess owning my own business, I was well again up until this heart attack. I was always too busy. Stream games that are free. Yeah, and like I said, I was just starting to say I was always too busy. So to sit down in front of a computer, I never had the time before up until now to start actually doing something like this. And no, gamer, we don't judge anybody here. That's not what we're here for. Building free virtual tour. Yeah. Oh no, I know what they are, Blank. I just never actually had time to do something like that. Um, the only thing I got into a long time ago, and this is nowhere near what you're talking about, but I got into Farmville. You start with a little plot of land, and you grew up into this great big humongous farm. I did do that a couple of years back, but same thing. That's when my business really picked up, and I started getting really busy. And I just weeks I would go without being on the internet. I just had things to do, and I was always busy. So I could do it. I guess again now because I don't have anything to do right now. I could, but I don't. I might. Today. Oh, that's sweet, kiddo. Judging me, you're too old. You're too old to judge. What did you just say? You're 34. You're not old. And I know, gamer, you told me about playing Roblox. I haven't gotten that far yet. Yeah. One, it's hard too, and I think the young children are kind of like animals. They know. My neighbor's got a beautiful chocolate lab, and I came home from my heart surgery. He was so careful and skittish around me. It was almost cute. I mean, he like you could sense something was going on, and he's just very cautious around me because they're playful dogs. He usually jumps up on me. He's always around. Um, but he just kind of slowly walked toward me, sat down right in front of me, put one paw up on my knee, and just kind of sat there and looked at me with a sad little, cute little face. And kids do that too. They know. They may not. They're 3 years old. They may not be able to express themselves, but they know. I know. See, that's part of one of the things I've got to build up is my energy. I don't have it. Yeah, yeah. Fostering kids. Well, and see, even that blank, I kind of think that's part of it too. I'm just waiting. I do believe a lot of times things happen for a reason. I don't want to get too religious here or whatever because everybody's got their own beliefs. So for me, I just want to say, yeah, I think things do happen for a reason. I'm still here for a reason, and it's just not my time yet. Whatever it is that I'm going to do, it's just not my time. So, and it's coming. And I don't know, maybe this YouTube thing. Who knows? Maybe in a year from now, I'll be the next YouTube star or whatever. I doubt it, but you never know. But yeah, I think my time hasn't come yet. Yeah. We always had dogs too, and I've been around bass towns. Never had a. Well, I shouldn't say that. My buddy had a Great Dane, but I was scared of her. She was big. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I was just reading Keto. I know. Stop talking sometimes because I'm reading the chat. Sorry. Um, yeah, that could be interesting. I've heard a little bit about the hyperbaric chambers. Um, And of course, you must know that's partly, I think, what's going on with him. He's not quite getting enough oxygen to the brain. Of course, to be totally honest, he's 74 years old. He smokes like a chimney. Um, I don't know if there's much left to do to help him at this stage. And unfortunately, too, he's one of the ones. Yeah, gamers underage. That much we know. So we that's one of the reasons why I kind of edit what we say here and watch what we say, because I try to keep it family friendly, and you never know who's watching or whose kids are watching. We leave it at that. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Being 74, he's kind of old and set in his ways. I don't think, because there's other treatments. He's been asked before to take some tests. He refuses. There are just drugs and pills right now he could take. Um, he doesn't want to take any of them. So unfortunately, I'll probably will, because like I said, I've heard a little bit already about the hyperbaric chambers. I don't think he'd do it, sadly, but it's true. Um, and yeah, he's been smoking since. Of course, he's a lot older. Smoking was different than when he was a kid, especially when he was a kid. I think he started smoking. I think he said when he was 14 years old. So yeah, to get him to stop smoking and make any kind of life changes like now. I mean, think about it. He's 74. He's been smoking since he was like 14. So he's what? Been smoking 50 plus years. So 60 plus years. Um, well, yeah, I wonder that too, because that's the other thing. He's not just smoking for 60 years. He's a heavy smoker. He's almost a chain smoker. He's probably up to 3 packs a day. He doesn't. It's not like he uses one to like the other one, but he's very close. And his lungs are working, but not really strong. Um, I don't know if Keto left. I hope not, but maybe it's getting late. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's because he wheezes now. I almost wonder too if he's got COPD because he wheezes when he breathes and he has a hard time. He can't walk up or down stairs or do a whole lot. He gets out of breath. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, that's all part of the dementia. He's not getting oxygen to the brain. Um, oh, there you are. We lost you for a second. Gamer got worried about you, which is cool. But yeah, he didn't hear you. He wasn't sure if you were still there. But yeah, no, I went, and same thing. We've talked about quitting smoking, and I guess I get it. 60 years. I mean, that's what he's done his whole life. He's not going to quit smoking now. He just not gonna happen. It's like all he knows. It's all he's done. It's all he knows his whole life is smoking cigarettes. So, of course, both his parents smoked. So, yeah, to get him to quit or stop smoking or whatever, it's probably not going to happen. And at this point, I think partly too, he's just decided this is it. This is going to be the way his life's going to be. So that's why I said taking any kind of medication to help him get off it. I don't know. Never smoked anything. I've never been a drunk. Well, I did used to smoke cigarettes. Um, Never been a drunk, but I have been drunk. um, yeah, I don't know. Why are you furry? You're femme furry? Is that what you said? My father, 74. I don't know, blank. He made you furry. I'm a furry. I could spread it. Oh, is that like being a vampire gamer? You're furry, so you can spread. You're a vampire. You can bite someone, and again, this is family friendly, so don't explain how you spread it. It's just curious. And blank, I thought you said earlier you were a femme fury. I don't know exactly what that means either, but that's cool. Oh, I like hugging a lot, but unfortunately, nobody I hug likes it. No, shouldn't say that either. He does have an imagination, doesn't he? He's incredible. That's kind of why, like I said, if you scroll up in the chat or if you watch his replay ever, a couple of the other ones he was on, um, he does go off on little tangents. They're interesting, but he's a cool kid. So we just sit here and have fun, and people come in and out of the stream. He's actually, believe it or not, he's my first actual person who subbed to me. So, um, yeah, he's kind of like holds a little special place in my heart. Oh, and that's cool too. Now I'm a furry. Now I sound like a crazy no, you're not a crazy foster mom. But you're right though. He definitely does have an imagination. It's cool. Um, and that's true too. There's a lot of kids out there that really need some good love, and it just isn't out there. Let's just say I've seen enough of it, and it's too bad. And it's really cool that you can do that. Because obviously not everybody can. People can make the kids. They don't know what to do with them after they have them. Yeah. Oh, I would. I've thought of that. I've never been. Well, I've had ups and downs in my life. I've been successful and I've had some problems. I think that was part of it. I never felt like you were saying earlier. Someone said earlier. I've never felt like I would. Even though, like I said, I've had some good jobs. I mean, I was never rich. Don't get me wrong. I was never like loaded or anything. But I always had good jobs. I always made decent money. But I never felt stable enough, like across the board, to take in uh, children. So yeah, that's why I kind of never did. But my sister found out she couldn't have children. She actually thought about adopting, and I totally supported her 100%. Um, and things took a turn in her life. She lost her husband. Otherwise, yeah, she probably would have. Because I think we all love children. But yeah, I never felt like everything was quite in the right, lined up just right. So I never really got into, never really seriously like sat down and tried to adopt. But I think that's awesome you're doing that. And yeah, Gamer's cool. He's giving hugs all around to everybody. That's awesome. Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely blank. It's not enough of it out there anymore. And again, maybe in my only crazy little way, that's the other reason I was trying to do this. Um, let's get some people out there who understand each other and been there, and we can appreciate each other. That's definitely for sure. Well, like I said, as the channel grows, hopefully, I mean, this is actually I think the most I've had in my chat room too. Three people at once. That's pretty cool. Like I said, hopefully the channel will grow and we'll get some more people in here. And I don't care why or who you are, what your background is. I don't want to judge anybody or anything. I just want to get everybody together, have some good times. And yes, some smiles. That'd be great. And sit here, watch me play with my stupid fidget sticks. That was one of their answers to my depression. They wanted me to start painting. Let me tell you something. I am not a painter. I found that out. But I've got these now, so they're fiddlesticks. Maybe as the channel grows, that'll be my new merch. Oh, because I always plug this thing. I don't know why. Just a side note of what we're talking about. I found this stupid little, it's a replica lamp, but it's only an itty bitty thing. But it's like a little old fashioned table lamp. So it does work. Wait a minute. See, it lights up. It's kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe it'll be like if I get famous, that'll be like my first piece of merch. Whatever. I'll sell these for I don't know, like $3 or whatever. I don't know, $5, $2, whatever. I don't know. It was just funny. I just found this and I fiddled with it while I'm talking. Or are these fiddlesticks just something to do? Oh, that's a really good answer, but a gamer. That's a real good answer. The most thing, Bobby values is his life. And actually, that's just it. Your life and other people's around you, that's all that matters. Money doesn't matter. Material things don't matter. Trust me, I know. I think something of value is people need to actually put value in themselves more than anything, really. Because I'm even guilty of that. I just took everything for granted, and I did for. I mean, I never took anybody for granted. I took myself for granted, my life, my health, took all that for granted. When you're young and you're stupid, you think you're invincible. You live forever, and nothing's going to hurt you and harm you. And I learned I learned fast and quick the hard way that that's not exactly true. So yeah, I think if the biggest value is yourself, people need to put something in themselves and their faith, whatever it is. Like I said, I don't want to get too religious on this channel, but whatever your faith is, whatever you believe in. But yeah, I think number one is you. People, nobody's going to tell me this once. Nobody's going to treat you better than you treat you. And I should have been doing that a long time ago. And unfortunately, yeah, I spent a lot more time worrying about other, which I still do. I care about people. That's why I did this channel. But you still need to care about yourself first and put yourself first. I put so many people above me and ahead of me, and just trying to. Always worried about everybody else, which is a good thing. But I never spend enough time to first. And I finally realized that if I don't take care of myself first, I won't be here to help other people. Oh, blank's hiding. But yeah, I guess I don't know in some indirect way. That's my answer. Yeah, just like I said, you put yourself first. That's the biggest thing. You love humor. Well, that's coming. That's the other thing I kind of been accused of or called out on. I usually use humor as a defense mechanism. So I think it's one of the things we've had problems with too. When I first started going to counseling, seeing people, um, they always said, you look so happy, you're so cheery. I finally broke down. They finally figured out, and I knew it all along. But yeah, comedy is a weapon for me. It's a disguise. It's a mask. Like you just said, it's a blanket. You're hiding under an invisibility cloak. That's what comedy is. Um, and I'm trying to keep this channel light and airy and fun and whatever, and that's why I'm joking around. But yeah, it's not really. It's not really exactly as cheery and happy as I make it. I just I hide a lot. So if comedy's your thing, hold on, here it comes. No, but seriously, yeah, I use comedy as a defense mechanism and as a weapon, and certain ways I need to stop doing that. And thank you, Blank. I'm trying to do great. That's my plan. I want to do great things for great people like you and everybody else on this channel. That's awesome. And yeah, you're kind of right too, though, Blank. How can you smell if you're? I'm guessing if you're blank, that's total blank. So I don't know if gamer can smell you out if you have any kind of scent at all. Don't know. But then that's coming from gamer, so who knows? It's interesting. Yeah, and I'll tell you right now, and it's not. I don't really think it's a negative. It's just it's like I said a minute ago. You if you don't take care of yourself and you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to be able to take care of other people? So Um, I should have done that. Like I said, I put so many people ahead of myself for so long, and it's definitely a good thing for them. But I started to get to the point where it's almost like you get obsessed with taking care of others. I was always worried about what other people think, what they needed, if they were out of stuff. Um, yeah, I live in the center of Maine now. I was in a place though; it was a much poorer section. Um, speaking words of wisdom. I'm just trying to help. I don't know about words of wisdom, but thank you. um, but yeah, and I was been around people that go to bed at night with no food, don't have proper clothes, winter clothes, especially up here, and that's all a part of what I was trying to do. But I would actually, and not thinking, I would go without so other people could eat. Was making sure they had food on their table and their kids had food on their tables. And although, yes, it does sound like a very valiant effort, that is great. But look at what I did to myself in the long run. I had this major heart attack, four of them, and the open heart surgery, and I've debilitated myself so much that now I can't help anybody. So again, that's where I said, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back either. I'm just being a realist. Had I taken care of myself first and put myself first, then I could still be around to help the other people that really need my help. So again, not that it's a bad thing that you put your others in front of you, try to help yourself, but I did it like way to the extreme. And like I said, now I sit in my room about 24 hours a day out of 24 hours. um, and that's just it. The people I used to help and the people I used to be able to help and I still want to help, I can't anymore. The one thing is, it's like you get a second lease on life. I did make the surgery. I survived. I was only given a 10% chance to survive, but I did survive. Um, so as things hopefully improve, that's part of what I plan on doing. I still want to get out there and do what I can for the community and help people, but me first this time. Because again, something happens to me and I wind up basically having another heart attack. That'll do me in. And then what good are you to whoever, your family, your friends? So that's kind of my thought on that. Oh, blank. I think gamers. I don't know. Gamer, I think blank's reaching out to you in a strange vortex way. Oh, I love nature too. To be honest, I'm addicted to another channel, LDC. That's a game. Oh, what do you call it? Just like a wildlife channel. It's out in the middle of the woods. Oh, thank you. I try to have a good heart, believe it or not. Sometimes same thing. That's too big, and I broke it. So trying to get it put back together. Oh, but I started to say, I wander, I get distracted too sometimes. So just remind me what I was talking about and I'll go back to it. um, but yeah, there's this nature channel I watch and it usually helps me kind of unwind myself at night. Um, and I turn that on and nature does. And I love walking in the woods. It's just, we're getting to the point now. It's kind of too cold, at least for me, to go out in the woods. I'm still suffering effects of the anesthesia too. So the extreme cold air really affects me. So like today wasn't bad. That's why I was out for a couple hours today. But it starts getting cold, especially when the wind is cold. It doesn't even have to be so cold outside, but the wind is really cold, and I start choking up again. I can't breathe. So, but yeah, I walked in the summer. I walked in the woods as much as I can. Walk around town. We've got woods behind the house, so I walk a little bit there. But yes, definitely. And I've been doing the self reflection. I think you can tell that. So, and that's the nature I can get during the winter. I can watch the live feeds. Do I have snow? I have blizzards in my area. Oh yeah, we don't get inches at a time. We get feet at a time. Like I said, No, I don't. Well, I shouldn't say that. We had about an inch of snow so far, and it's all gone. But oh yeah, Central Maine. We get feet of snow all winter long, and they're saying this winter is supposed to be one of the worst winters we've had in a long time, according to the Farmer's Almanac. I don't know, but um, and yeah, it may not be snowing yet in Ohio, but it probably will. And yeah, like I said, I might be able to do some live feeds during the day, or at least put some videos up. Um, yes, all of a sudden we lost Gamer. Why are you sad? You were somebody was reaching out for a hug. Ohio has a lot of rain. Yes, we're still going through that. I forgot to say. I've been saying it every once in a while. If the feed goes down tonight, I'll be back tomorrow night because we're actually going through that. We've actually got a really bad wind and rainstorm supposed to be here all night tonight. So um, there's a very strong possibility I could lose power. Because again, I'm in the middle of Maine, in the middle of the sticks, so I could lose power. So again, if I go out, it's not I'm being rude and cut everybody off. I just lost power. I'll be back. But yeah, we're going through that tonight. A lot of wind, a lot of rain. It's supposed to be all night long, which in a small way too. I kind of love that. I love the wind whistling through the woods and the trees, and that's awesome. And yeah, the Nature Channel, yeah, it's relaxing, makes you feel better. Just relax, unwind, watch the birds and the deer. Well, that just shows, Gamer, what some people are ignorant about. There's nothing wrong with hugging people. It doesn't make you gay or not gay. Oh, trust me. um, yeah, well, we've got some backup plans. I do have a generator, so I won't be totally in the cold. I just don't know if I've got enough power with the generator to do everything I got to do and run this feed. So, like I said, if I lose power, I'll be back tomorrow. I just didn't want anybody cutting me off thinking I just stopped running the feed. So, just had to say that. Might be getting snow in Kansas. Yeah, that could be too. It's well, you figure it's what, November 3rd now, so well, it's almost November. 1 minute here, it's November 4th, so we're in November. It's about time, especially for us. We'll probably go sometime in the middle of the month. We'll start seriously getting some kind of a serious snowfall after that. Oh no, no, nothing crazy like that, Blank. I just have the generator and just I don't get into. I figured Doomsday, no one's going to survive it either. I'd never go that crazy. I just figured a generator wouldn't hurt. At least I can throw some gas in, and I got some electricity to run the heat. That's all you really. Because the worst thing too, not just me being cold, but you don't need pipes and stuff freezing up on us. So no Doomsday survivor. Just enough to survive a good winter in Maine. That's all. Group hub, that could be fun. Blank. See, everybody's hugging you, Gamer. I don't know why you're upset. Couldn't ask for better. I'd hug everybody too, but no one's here in Maine with me. So, see, I just said that as you typed it. I hugged everybody, but no one's here in Maine. So, like these whole. Oh, don't plug your head in a hole, Blank. Talk to us. You've been good so far. Which is the other reason I like doing this online. The diversity of people you run into is so cool. You never know who's going to come on and talk to you. I haven't had to block anybody yet, but again, I haven't been doing this too long, so. Oh, excuse me. That may be coming up soon. I've seen it in other channels. Ostrich moment of grace. Well, okay, I guess. Make you feel better. Like I said, I don't hold anything against anybody. If that's what makes you feel good, then plunk your head in a pile of sand, I guess. Blank's okay. Just hiding. Don't know if it's he or she, but it's hiding. I just know it's feminine. Blank. No, the world's coming to an end. Well, even if the world was coming to an end, it ain't gonna do you no good with your head in the sand. Yeah, honestly, gamer, me too. It's really cool. I mean, I don't have thousands of viewers or anything, but it's really cool just to get a few people at night to talk to, and hopefully shed some kind of something on somebody. And definitely, I want to put Keto in a better mood. I know they've had a rough, well, past few years actually, but just the past few days with the diagnosis. So that's part of it. Just put everybody in a little bit better mood, a better place. Can't really ask for more than that, can you? You found a leftover carrot. That could be mine because I do try to eat good, but you can have it. Because, like I said, I take care of everybody. I try to. So you found a leftover carrot. That's awesome. So at least Blank's not going to go hungry tonight. Gamer will make himself up something to eat, and it'll probably be good. And yes, carrots are good for your eyes. One thing you know, wearing glasses, right? So Keto's laughing. But Blank's right? They're good for you. Great Thai food. I like Chinese. I don't know if I've ever tried Thai food. Oh, when I was in Vegas, I tried all kind of different. Maybe I did. I don't know. I said I know I like Chinese, but um, and I actually used to work in a place that was. Do I like to? No, sorry. That's the one thing I don't really care for sushi. Not a big fan. And see, Gamer heard the same thing. He heard sushi and he snuck away. Um, no, to say I used to work next to a Chinese restaurant. I got to know the owner pretty well. I've actually had real Chinese food, not the food that they serve in restaurant and they call Chinese food here in America. I don't know what I was eating from night to night because they always tell me the name of it, but I don't remember any of that. I don't care. It's more watery and more wet, like plants and soups. Pasta. Yeah, see, I think that's part of it. To me, it doesn't look appealing. It's just mushy. I don't really know. Good. I'm glad you feel better. That's the whole purpose of this chat. You said that earlier. You were upset all day. It's why I want you to come here. You know, I'm not here for the views or like I said, I don't have 10,000 subscribers. I figure we can get a group together that talks all the time and get in a bad mood. That's what I'm here for. And if you're in a good mood, that's what I'm here for. Or other people will be here and they'll help us all kind of get out of this. Excuse me, get out of this little funk that we're all in from time to time. Yeah, I bet. Why is Keto dancing in the middle of the room? And Bobby gets hugging same. We know that from Bobby, but that's okay too. Oh, what's my favorite food? That's hard to chicken, basically, I guess. Chicken, and I eat a lot of salads. I make them myself. I don't buy store bought shrimp with broccoli. Yeah. Um, Again, I don't really do the whole. I don't care for a lot of seafood either, which I know I should because I know it's really good for you. I had a bad experience when I was really young. Me and my mother got really sick, and ever since then, I just can't do it. So I know because people swear by like shrimp and lobster, and so I can't stomach it anymore. Um, and I know it's really good for you. I can't. Um, but chicken's good for you. Chinese is good. I do like Chinese food. Um, Actually, it's a good idea. I haven't had that for a while, so maybe that might be my next cheat meal. Yeah, and actually, you do dance for the kids. That's awesome. It's the other thing too. Is part of being a crazy mom. I think you raise the kids better if you are a little bit nuts. You can see the real side of life. It's not all rules and regulations. Gamer needs hugs. Gamer, we've all hugged you in this room, and we're going to do it again. If that's what makes you happy, that apparently makes us happy. Here he comes. Yeah, he needs some organic, non-sugar candy. He needs to come down a little bit. Again, not that that's a bad thing, gamer. You need to slow your roll. He's cool. Oh, and if you're a hit gamer, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know if I know what that means, but I'm sorry to hear that, gamer. But anyways, yeah, it's like I said, that's partly why I tried this channel. Just figure if we can get a whole bunch of crazy people together, like gamer and me, not singling you out, me too. Um, life is hard. That's the other thing. My most memorable time. Oh, that's almost easy. Back when I was in high school, my junior and senior year, I was a state officer in a club. It used to be called VICA, and I guess they call it Skills USA now. It's changed name and it's changed everything. But I was actually a state officer. That was awesome. I love going on stage. I used to go to different schools. I toured all the schools when I was living in Connecticut. Um, I loved being with the kids. Kids. I was a kid too, but going to the different high schools, getting on stage, talking to kids, giving presentations, teaching them. That was awesome. Again, I was a state officer. A lot of people looked up to me. We had a great time. Um, again, it was a high school club, so it's not really something I could go back to. Um, but yeah, I think that was my most happiest. Uh, things were different then. People they were always happy, and not. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're not now, but people always seem to be happy to see me. Um, to get requests in your school, other schools wanted to come and have you, talk to their students, and come to their schools, come meet them. That was insane. It was wild. It was like, I guess what they say, your 5 minutes of fame in life. But it was cool. I love doing that. If there was something else similar to that I could still do, I'd love to do that. And yes, much more. I think it's the other thing too. I was just talking to somebody else the other day about, even though I'm doing it now with this. um, yeah, people don't talk anymore. I can remember being in a room with somebody else, and they sent me a text, and we're in the same room, and it just blows my mind. Because again, I was in high school and stuff. We didn't have cell phones, and I don't even know. We didn't even have pagers. weren't really a big thing then. Not I'm dating myself a little bit, but who cares? But yeah, well, and then see again, Blake. That's kind of what I was just gonna say. I think it's an exception. I think people need to find me. I need to find other people. That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to reach out to get to other people. Um, is not to get off subject. That's one of the other reasons I'm doing this. Actually, was when I've never had a heart attack or heart surgery before. I had no one that's been like like me, my situation, no one to talk to. And I kind of, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to offend anybody here. I kind of was hoping though to find people that have had heart attacks or heart surgeries, and I probably will, but something that I could share with other people because I've been through it. I sat in the hospital for 8 days all alone with nobody to talk to. Nobody would tell me what I was going to go through or what it was like. And I would have loved to have somebody to talk to and just say, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is how things go. This is what to expect. This is what not to expect. I mean, I didn't know, like I said, it was going to be problems. I didn't know it was going to be literally a life changing event. And it still is to this day. And it's been over a year now. It's still every day is a struggle. Every day is an obstacle. Um, yeah, I just feel like everything in my body, everything in my mind is just all falling apart. So, yeah, I think that's a big thing, is supporting everybody else, and by supporting everybody else, you're supporting me. So it's a two-way street. I think it's going to be good for everybody. We just need to get more people. And like I said, I'm new, so it'll take a little while. I'll get people together somehow. It'll work. I'll make it work. That much I'm strong enough to do. I can do that. Um, and yeah, like I said, walking through people, I had because I have nobody. I don't know anybody who's. Oh yeah, it's 4 people watching. That's cool. Like I said, it's a new channel, so it's going to take some time to develop it. But anyways, yeah, it does. Um, I think it helps to talk. Again, I had 8 days because I one of the reasons I when I had the heart attack when I went in, I had double pneumonia, so they couldn't do the surgery right away. I had to sit for 8 days and get the fluid off my lungs, fluid around my chest, fluid in my legs. Basically, my whole body had fluid in it. So I had to sit around and try to get the fluid out of my system. So I had 8 days to sit and panic and worry and everything. And thank you for the like, by the way, appreciate it. But yeah, so I had 8 days. I would have loved to have somebody come in and talk to me like this channel and say, "Hey, again, this is what to expect. This is what's going to happen. This is how you're going to feel. This is how you're going to act." And I didn't. That's why I said it'd be. I'm hoping that anybody who needs to come in and talk and just find out stuff. And again, I'm no doctor. I'm no expert, but I went through it, and I know firsthand. I can tell you exactly, at least from my point, I know what I went through. Um, because I had triple bypass. So yeah, I've got a 12-inch scar on my chest, an inch scar on my legs. I still have all kind of marks from um, different IVs and needles and pokes, and I still get all kind of tests all the time. And like I said, nobody ever told you that part. I mean, they came in and gave you the basics. Yeah, they're going to cut your chest open, and they're going to this, they're going to that. Nobody went into, like I said, I mean, I had a tube coming out of my neck. I didn't even know what that was about. Nobody told me anything. When I woke up and then I just got this thing sticking in my neck. That was the other thing. My neck was killing me. And I almost half laughed about it because my chest didn't hurt. That was all numbed up. But I got this thing sticking out of my neck and it's killing me. And I can't move my head. And nobody told me that was going to happen. What's that all about? So that's why I said it's part of why I'm doing this. I somebody who hasn't been through it, and like me, I'll admit it. I was scared to death. I would have loved to have somebody to talk to like this. Oh yeah, and that's the blank. That's what I call them now. And yes, hey gamer, I did see you, but that's what I call the scars now. They're battle scars. Um, you know, that's just it. I'm not really vain. It doesn't really. I don't really care. The scars, like I said, it's almost like a battle scar. Not that I wear it with pride either, but I mean, it's a scar. It is what it is. But I don't look at it like that. I don't. It's more of a learning experience and education. It's because I think somebody said it the best way too. When it's my time, I don't want to gracefully arrive wherever it is you go. So again, I'm not getting religious on the channel, but I don't want to arrive gracefully. I want to skid into heaven sideways, just looking back and saying, "Wow, what a ride!" Battle scars and all. Um, People need to enjoy, and I think you said that earlier too. One of you two did. People need to get out and enjoy life more. Everything is so technologically advanced, yes, but everybody's so wired now. And I mean literally wired, like wired to the wall, wired to the internet. Nobody goes out anymore. I started to say that too a minute ago. People that, thank you, Blank. It's nice to smile. I appreciate you guys helping me get to that point. But yeah, everybody's plugged into the internet and the wall now. I was saying, like I said earlier, I've known people and I've had people text me, we're in the same room. They don't have whatever it is, the social abilities to just talk anymore. You have to send me a text, literally, and we're sitting in the same room. Gaber's got another round of hugs for us too. That's awesome. And exactly, enjoy life, chase the unicorn. So you have to, because again, we were saying this earlier, and I'm not trying to be morbid either, but you're right. We're here for a very short time. Cell phones are annoying. Texting is annoying. I actually didn't even get into that. I was late into that whole texting thing. I don't know. I'm used to. I'd rather go pick up a phone and tell you I'm going to meet you somewhere. Let's go hang out. Let's go do something. Even if we just sit and have coffee or just hang out. But always expected to please family. Yeah, that was it. That's actually half of what gave me the heart attack. I worried so much about family and certain friends, certain people that need to be taken care of. I spent more time, like we were saying earlier too, more time worried about them than worried about myself. And look where it got me now. It's just what I was saying earlier. People need to worry about themselves. Yes, I mean everybody else. Yes, your family's important. Your friends are important. Whatever it is, whoever it is, your kids are important. But you're no good in helping them if you're not in the best place you can be. So you need to take care of yourself first and get everybody else. If that makes sense. I don't know. It makes sense to me. I get it. I think that's kind of what Gamer needs. He needs a frog to get some on his head. Poor thing. Yep, Keto's back. I did. I miss everybody. I'm glad you guys are here. Gamer, I don't know. Did you type strange? You missed a letter, or did you type that wrong? I don't know what you typed. Yeah, that could be too. I think from what I've seen, I'm still going live here, going strong. I hope. My furry friend is back. Yes, I think so. And you could be right too, though. Now Keto's not answering, so yeah, I could be having some internet problems. I was watching a channel earlier. I think out in the West Coast, it seems like they're having some weather issues or something. Yeah, I've actually been getting that here and there, blank. People, I don't know if it's a new channel or they're just checking me out and it's um, they're not interested or they're nervous or too nervous to talk, whatever it is. But I noticed that, and I don't care. People just want to come in, sit, and listen. Sometimes that's good therapy too. There's a couple of channels I follow, but I don't really. They have a lot of chatters, a lot of followers, and I just feel like I'm interrupting. So a lot of times I just sit and watch. I don't say anything. I'm just kind of there lurking around. Um, but yeah, it's interesting. They were here for 10 minutes. What's more interesting too is all of these chats are saved and they all go to my YouTube account. And it's interesting that I may only get 2 or 3 or 4 people watching here and there. And welcome back again, Keto. But yeah, I may only get like 2 people, 3 people watching the feeds. But it's interesting if you go back or I go back and I see how many people have watched it like days later or weeks later. And the numbers are growing. So it's kind of interesting to see that even though the feed's down, we've already done this, the live feed, that people are watching the live feed after the fact too. So that's kind of cool. And I'm hoping that people will come in later. And like I said, if they see this chat and it puts a smile on their face, they weren't even a part of it. Keto always needs a hug. Do I have questions? Well, yeah, I've been sitting here rambling on and on. So, start with you, Blank. You asked, tell me something about you, your life, your ups, downs. Tell me something. Because, yeah, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. I got we've been here 2 hours, though. We're doing good. But, yeah, and Keto does, too. That's 4 kids. Well, I can add, there's one other question I was wondering. 4 foster kids, which is awesome. How long have you had these kids? And have you had like all 4 at the same time, or because I mean, even in a regular situation, 4 kids is a lot. It's a lot to handle. Pillows are born in Poland. Oh, really? As an orphan. Oh. Foster Lady of Glory. I like that too. Okay, everybody needs to hug Gamer again because I think he thinks we're ignoring him. We're not, Gamer. We're listening. We're just kind of talking to everybody. Wait, Gamer. Some night there's going to be like 50 people in here. You're never going to get a word in edgewise. But anyways, yeah, so feel like there runs a society globally. Why would you say you feel like there runs a society globally? Because you were born in Poland? Or because you're an orphan? Or both? I don't know. And yet, purple, you nailed me right on the head there. Purple's my favorite color. Purple and black. Oh, yes. Yeah. I totally get that. What was movie from? Oh, wow. So you're kind of really new to this. I mean, one, yeah, you had for a year, which again, like I said, is totally awesome. But you've only had the other 3 for 3 months. So you're still kind of new to this. Are you liking it? How's it going for you? So there's your question. Back to blank. Same thing. No, Gamer, I hugged you. I'll hug you again. Oh, I was going somewhere because I'm very feminist. Yeah, and I can say, I guess I kind of get where you're coming from on that one. I had a teacher, and it was odd because he was so feminine. We just always assumed he was gay. We had no question he was gay. We knew it. We never talked about it, but I was going somewhere with that, but then I read your next statement. So, just to be clear, biologically, that's the word. I lost the word there for a second. Biologically, are you a male or a female? Because you say visually, you visually look female. Okay, so you're a male, but you're feminine. Okay, so that goes along with the story I was saying. We had a male teacher, born male, and very feminine. And it wasn't until the end of the year that we met his wife. And to be honest, that was shocking to everybody because nobody knew. We just, I guess, of course, again, that was years ago, and things were different then than they are now. Because he wasn't really liked by a lot of people. And again, things were different back then. But he was a teacher, but he was just so feminine. Like it wasn't even a question. We all knew he was gay. We knew it. And then, like I said, those last couple of days of the school year, it was a senior party. Seniors all got together. We had some picnic or whatever. And a lot of teachers brought students and their friends and some family members, and the teachers brought their husbands or wives. And yeah, we met his wife, his female, feminine wife, and total shock. Total shock. So I can understand where you're coming from. Everybody just assumes. Well, it's another thing I used to say too, and it makes a lot of sense. I used to teach people this. And unfortunately, perception is reality. Basically, what that means is what other people, and it doesn't matter about you or people or what, it's whatever the situation is. It could be you, it could be a place, it could be anything. Perception is reality. What people think they see That's what their reality is. So they may see what they think they see in you, and it becomes their reality. It's not reality. It's not your reality. Um, but yeah, it's perception's reality. They think they see a feminine male, and they just automatically assume. And yes, it is a constant. That's another good thing. Perception is reality, and it is a constant battle in life. What you perceive is not necessarily. We were talking about that earlier too. What you perceive in any situation, not necessarily what's really going on, and that's unfortunate. I missed a few of these. Um, oh yeah, ghetto. A lot of kids. I went through a lot of abuse, and it's hard. It's definitely hard. And then you can't. Well, that's the thing. Especially again back when I was younger, you can't disclose any information. That was worse. It was almost better to take the abuse. Um, and yeah, they do. They'll pick on you for not being male enough. And it doesn't matter. You can have 14 kids and whatever. It just and that's unfortunate again in society because I know plenty of gay people who have had children and they're gay. So being man enough to be straight or feminine enough to be gay, that's one I'll be honest with you. I just don't get that because to me it doesn't make sense. um, Gamer, is it okay if you're gay? I hope so because I don't have a problem with it. Um, Well, I think that's what happened with me. I became so uh open and loud, and that's the other reason I'm able to do this channel actually. But um yeah, I'm just too open and out and loud, and I don't really care anymore. And of course, I'm 6 feet tall, so I'll just pound you. No, I'm not a violent person, but um yeah. Oh yeah, trans. I don't know why, and I'm not being anything, but transgenders seem to be funny. I don't know why. um And yeah, Gamer, you were saying, I was waiting for you to say it, Gamer. I didn't want to say it out loud. Unfortunately, two things. Yeah, I've been bullied too. I know what that's like. Um, you're being called gay. People use that more as a weapon because it's supposed to hurt your feelings. That again, too, you got to remember you're dealing with teenage children. Children can be cruel. Sometimes they don't even know they're being cruel, but children can be cruel. That'll pass. And I know it's a hard thing to say, but it's sad, but it's true. That'll pass in your life. You know, I get bullied all the time for all kind of stuff. When growing up, we didn't have a lot of food, we didn't have a lot of money. I was very shy and quiet. Um, Always called gay. I grew up, I grew out of it. It's hard, I know, because you're going through it right now, and it's an everyday thing. I think the teachers need to address bullying issues a lot more in school than they do. Um, but yeah, it'll either make you stronger or you'll hide away, and it usually makes you stronger in the end. I mean, I've gone on to do some very good things for people for a lot of things. And yeah, gamer, we've been saying that all along. We're here for your support, not just. I mean, your fantasy games are wild too. They're awesome. I'm not saying that, but that's what we're here for, to support each other. So you know, you need to speak up a little. And I don't want to tell anybody's story out of turn. So that much it is kind of up to you to come out and tell people how you think. Um, exactly, to both of you. Yep, it just makes you stronger. I don't hear anything anymore. I don't really, you're either with me or you're not. I just don't have the time. Because we were talking about that too. Life's just too short. I just don't have the time. I'm here for me and like I said, yes, for everybody else, obviously, but the first step is I'm here for me and me only. You don't like me, you don't have to. There's 6 million people in this earth or in the US, whatever. Um, doesn't really I don't need you in my life. just go on. There's plenty other people like these people we just met tonight. There's always room, especially you're so young. There's room to make new friends, new buddies, new people to hang out with. Um, and yeah, same thing. I think that's kind of what I was saying too, Blake. I care too much about people. There's not enough of that out there. There should be. That's I think we're part of. We all went wrong, to be honest. But um, Gamer's going to learn that as he goes through life. There are people that are out there that will give you some real hugs. Blank's hugging a cute furry cactus. Ooh. That sounds painful, Blank, but okay, we'll move on. I was a small plush imperial. I need more plushies. I tried. I shouldn't plug other channels, but I'm gonna. I don't care. I subscribe to Alex the Honking Cockatoo. I think that's the name of it. It's Alex the Honking Bird or something like that. And they're trying to give away a plushie, and I'm hoping I win it. That's what I need. But oh no, I know Blank. You're just being silly. That's cool. I was just saying that sounds kind of painful, hugging a cactus. Of course, I have a few friends that should hug cactuses. And I saw your comment, Keto. I was talking to responding to the other ones because I'm thinking of the 3 wishes. And yeah, I want to hear yours, Blank. Gamer, I really want to hear what you think your 3 wishes would be. That could be interesting. But, well, I have to state the obvious. The first one for me, anyways, would be better health. Looking back at, 'cause I used to be healthy and I took advantage of that. And I never knew it. If I could go back now, and if I could have started eating better sooner, stop smoking sooner, stop doing a lot of things sooner, obviously things would have been better for me. But I would have been a lot stronger now because I'm relatively young to have this heart condition and to be basically disabled. This should have been another 30 years down the road. So one thing is definitely my health. Second thing, I think, well, I think my other second thing, to be totally honest, is well, I have to explain it too, though. So I'll tell you my answer, but then I got to explain it. Blank, blank. Yes, number 1. Oh, that'd be nice. Number 2. Everyone was free. Oh, taxes. Yeah, if you gave me 4 options, that would have been the 4th. No taxes. This country, survived, and I could be wrong by a year or 2, but I believe this country, the United States, look this up because I'm close. I might be wrong, but I'm a little close. But we ran up until the year 1904. There were no taxes. We still had government. We still had roads. We still had all the things we have today with no taxes. So I think the only thing it was part of when you bought your property, I think there was like a property tax. But just that money alone, they were able to run governments. And now there's what? Everything you do, and that's the other thing I've told other people in past lives, whatever. I challenge people. Name something that is not taxed. And you'd be surprised. Everything, the air you breathe is taxed. The water you drink is taxed. Everything is taxed. Everything you do. And the government's still running out of money. But I'm not going to talk politics. The one thing I'm not going to talk politics on this channel. I don't want to get into because it's going to offend way too many people and probably us. So I don't want to get into it. But that's the only thing I will say. Everything used to work fine without taxes, and now look at where we're at. Gamer. Oh, this is going to be good. Gamers, wish 1. Infinity hugs. Well, you got that from us, Gamer. And we're all your friends. And so far, again, there's only 3 of us, but we're all nice. Well, that's true. It does kind of take away free will, but we should still all be friends. That's it for the free will, though. Everything else should be free will. When I started to say I had to explain myself. I would have loved to have been one of the ones that won that $1 billion lottery. But again, it's not really about the money. I I really believe there's a lot of things that need to be changed in this world, and we could change. I just don't have the finances to do it, to be honest. So it's not necessarily about being rich. I'm not. It's not big cars and fancy homes and fur coats and all that craziness. Um, I would, and that's why I always said to be real honest. That's one reason I'd never win the lottery, because I would do too much good with the money. I don't care about, like I said, fancy yachts and owning airplanes and all that craziness. Um, there's plenty of homeless people here. There's plenty of disabled vets and just regular vets that are out on the street that need help. Um, and that's part of what I think it's in my description. The PIF is pay it forward. If I had the money, I have done it before my whole life before I became disabled. I would love to be able to just go to communities, find people that like truly need food, need a house. Um, so it's not, it's winning the lottery, but it's not winning the lottery or something to be rich. It's winning the lottery so I could help people like me who really need help um, get to where they need to go. There's nothing worse, and I've done it many, many nights. There's nothing worse than going to bed hungry, nothing worse than going to bed cold. Uh, and there's things that we should be able to do right here in this world, and we're not doing it. So that's why I said that answer, and that's why I said I had to explain it too. But and yes, to be a real true friend, gamer, it is. It's a lot of hard work. It's 50-50, give and take. Um, kind of sad. Again, you made me think was a second. No, nothing like that. Yeah, like Frank said, no. Yes. Well, for two reasons. A lot of people, and I'll admit, I'm probably one of the biggest ones. I don't know. My younger days, I always thought I was invincible. I thought I wasn't going to live forever. Then I went and had my fourth massive heart attack. That's when I kind of realized, no, nope. So, which is the other thing about having some kind of money. It's not greed or anything like that. It's because I've learned, you know, sitting on what I thought was my deathbed. You can't take it with you. And like I said, there's nothing worse. I've gone to bed hungry. I've gone to bed cold, not knowing where my next meal is coming from, not knowing where money's coming from. I've been through all that. That's why I said if I had some way to help out people to get them out of the rut that I was in, I'd love to do something like that. I just need somebody to send some money to my P.O. box to do it or win the lottery. Yeah, I think we'll be around forever. I don't know. I don't know that I want to get into the whole spirit world either on this channel, but that's too much. But I don't know. I have my own thoughts. I think we'll be here forever. Someone pet you. Is that anything to do with being the furry? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There's a chipmunk out there that needs to be pet too. That's a good one. Um, but yeah, we got off track too about the other one. Being a feminine straight man. That's got to be hard. My belief spiritually. I don't know if we should get into that in this channel. Who wants to hear it? Tell me that first, because I don't really want to get into. Well, then I don't know. Same thing. You asked a question. It's my channel. I can get into what I want to, right? It's my channel. Okay. Um, I was born. Oh, you make up one. Why are you 1%? Which of the 1% are you? The feminine male or being born in Europe? Gamer's still hugging everybody. Just a little side note. Gamer's hugging everybody he can get his hands on. You should be happy now. Oh, what is this? Something about my feed. God, that's off me. Oh yeah, I won't forget that. We'll talk about that in a second. Back to my story. Yeah, it's my channel, I guess. I was born Roman Catholic to go to church. We did all that. Now, as an adult, I actually honestly feel a little bit more connected to the woods, the earth. I think it's a combination of Indian, and it's not. See, Indians don't really have a religion; it's more a way of life. But they believed in the land and the nature. Oh, somebody's calling me. It's not one of you, so I'll ignore it. But yeah, kind of. It's like a combination of, I guess, the Wiccan ways and the American Indian ways, if that makes any sense. Yeah, Indian spirit of Mother Nature. Like I said, it's not really considered a religion, I don't think, but yeah, I really believe in, especially positive energy, but I do think that, somehow we're all interconnected. And us, the earth, the trees, the plants, the humans, we're all, I just, there's too much evidence, you know, I don't know. I guess that's what I think. That kind of makes sense to me. um, I do have dream catchers. I have been parts of spirit circles. Um, Oh, Gamer's Plush became well. If you hug it enough, Gamer, it will become live and it will become real. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what I believe. I don't know. You guys can comment. What do you believe in? What are your thoughts? Um, yes, that's probably the best way to put it. An organic spiritual being that makes sense. Um, and blank, yeah. Turns blank to a plush. Well, that's all right. I need plushies. I got my Tweety Bird plushie somewhere around here. I don't know. Anyways, that's why I said I need more plushies. I hope I win that cockatiel plushie. That'd be awesome. Alex the honking bird. Look him up. Um, but yeah, you're right. I gotta say back to again what I was saying a minute ago. Um, I think the teacher that I had was and you now was probably only feminine straight male I've ever met. So unless of course same thing. I think um, that possibly I could have ran into some feminine males that maybe same thing, and I'm not closed minded at all, but I could have again assumed that they were gay because of the way they acted. Because again, I did, and I never thought anything negative about him. I just kind of assumed he was gay because of the way he acted. I had no idea that he was straight. Like I said, I was started to say that, and somehow it got off track again. But until when we met his wife, never had a clue. Just always assumed that he was what he was and whatever. And of course, I guess part of it too is he was a school teacher, so it wasn't like a friend or anything. So um, I just kind of assumed that that in the course of him, the teacher student role, there was no really even concern for me. I think he was there to teach. It had nothing to do with what he was or who he was or who he went home to. He was there to teach a class. It wasn't had nothing to do with what his personal life was. So I don't know. I never really thought about it. And like I said, I guess I'm open minded enough that when I do run into whoever I run into, they're there for a purpose. So unless it has something to do with sex, to be honest, um, doesn't really matter to me. So you're right. It could have been a larger portion of people I've run into before, like you, but I just assumed they were gay. And I guess that's maybe the other reason too. I never questioned it. I always figured that was the other thing. And it works two ways. I don't care, but again, same time, it's none of my business. So I just never really asked. It's none of my business. So, um, but I see what you mean. Yeah, you would definitely probably be like the 1% of society because I would have no clue. Um, Spirit circles. I used to have a group of friends, a couple girls, a couple guys, not a big group. We just like to go out in the woods. Um, and we just get together in a circle and kind of, I don't know if we ever lit candles out in the woods. We did in my living room a few times, but we would just sit and talk about different things, the spirit life, the wildlife that was around us, and the critters and the trees and everything. Um, that's kind of what we did for a spirit circle. Um, Blank's jumping into the earth now. I'm scared of that. Um, oh no, I do know what the difference is. Blank, blank. Fem males are not the same as transgender. I know you're born a male. You are a male. You're just a little on the feminine side, or maybe a lot on the feminine side. Um, yeah, no, transgender. Well, because there's a lot of people who don't understand transgender and transsexual. And actually, there's a third one, transvestite. Those are straight men just like to wear women's dresses. I've met a lot of them, and I never knew that either. They're totally straight. Just something about the whole dressing up in women's clothes, and some of them even go as far as the whole thing, the wig, the makeup, the whole 9 yards. Um, but yeah, so there's transvestite, transgender, transsexual. Big difference. Um, right. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm just reading chat. Um, Intersex. You lost me on that one. And yes, Gamer's just hugging everybody so he can keep us here. That's why he's here doing it. But no, that's actually, you got me on that one. I'd have to look that up. Reception. Well, okay. But still, there's got to be a definition. I don't know what intersex means. Or should I just look it up? I'm going to look it up anyway. So, but you tell me. You'll see too. I look everything up because I'm not the smartest person and whatever. Oops, I have my notes I got to do. But that's how you learn, and that's one of the advantages we have now we didn't have back then is the internet. I don't have the answers to everything, so I just look everything up I don't know. Yeah, I think Blank joined me too, so yeah, I hope so. Click the bell icon so you'll know when I'm on again. But usually, like I said, it's almost it may start being every night at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So yeah, hopefully. Um, I've heard of it. Now it's been phrased differently, and I'm just watching again my mouth because of certain people that are here. um, but I have heard of that. Yeah, people that were born with kind of both and everything, and never met one. I don't know if there's, like you said, any. How would you say it? I don't want to say truth, but I suppose it's possible. I mean, I've seen kittens born with 4 legs, and you're the leader. You are the leader of the comment section, gamer. That's cool. Um, but yeah, I was saying, yeah, I've seen kittens, born with kind of everything. I've seen, well, everybody must have seen. If you go on YouTube, you can see there's people born with extra extremities, faces on the back of their heads. I think it was a guy that was born, and it was like two babies born on top of each other. So he had a regular face, but then on the side of his face, he had another like nose and mouth coming out of his face. Um, I guess anything's possible. I'd like to see some science on it too. Yes, I agree with you, Blank, but who knows? I don't know. It'd be interesting. That's for sure. I don't know. There's other people joining the chat. Jump in and tell me. What do you think? I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I suppose anything's possible. I'd love to hear more. That's why I said I wrote it down. I'll do some research later. I don't know, but I'd love to find out. Dolphins aren't slimy as you'd think. Unfortunately, I have a story about that, how I know. We just he has a face reveal video. I should go watch that later. I know you can check out other people's channels. He says, oof, he's scared now. Anyways, yeah. It can't be that bad. It can't be as bad as Mind Gamer. Don't worry about it. And again, if it is you're young, you can have it fixed. No, I shouldn't say that. Share your face is fine. It's got to be better. Well, I don't know. He drew his picture, though. I know. That's why I kind of watch what we say. Because, again, even though there's other profiles on here, you never really know who's watching. So that's why I try to keep it all family friendly. And yes, life is, it really is. And our grandparents used to say it, and our parents used to say it, and I never really made sense until now when, as I get older, I realize things were simpler times, and I miss them a lot of times because it was, again, like we were kind of talking with the electronic age. I've seen people in rooms, and I've been texted with people that are in the same room as I am, and it kind of bewilders me. Why don't you just open your mouth and talk? We're right here. What are you hiding? I don't get it. But yeah, things were better. Things were similar. I remember my brother, who's older. We were talking just about this too, kind of the other day. I remember going outside and playing in the woods and building tree forts and forts in the woods and the trees and doing all kind of weird, crazy stuff. And I miss those days. Not that I'm saying I miss my youth, but I mean, I think kids of today should be doing that. His son is connected to he has to be connected to a wall at all times. He's got to be close to something, plugged in. He's either gaming or doing something with social media. Usually it's gaming because he doesn't want anything to do with anybody. And I really think he's affected by that because he has no social skills whatsoever. He's afraid of people. He's afraid to go out. He doesn't talk to anybody. He doesn't talk to him. He won't talk to me. He's scared to death of me. He doesn't talk to anybody. His grandparents, his own mother. And I think it's a large part of a lot of kids' problems. Not all, but a lot of them. They're so connected now to some kind of online internet something. Social skills are just gone. It is. It is. Fear a lack of education to it in a lot of, not all, again, but a lot of circumstances. I think, yeah, it's irrational thinking and a lot of it's uneducation. I mean, because again, when I was growing up, people were afraid of gays. I don't know what they're thinking. They're going to get beat up or better dressed or something. I don't understand. I think the timeline is being altered. Yes. Yes. Yep, because actually I think you do have social skills, gamer, but at the same time, why are you online right now? And I appreciate you being here. You're a hell of a guy. You're funny. But think to yourself, why are you online right now? Your age, you should have friends you should be hanging out with. And again, I love that you're here. I appreciate it. I'm not discouraging it. I'm just making a point. When I was your age, I would have had a whole bunch of buddies over. We'd have been hanging out, getting in trouble somewhere, to be honest. Oh, and I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. I'm just making a point. I wouldn't have been online. if I was at where you're at right now. Yeah. Well, and this is a good hangout for you too, because like you said, we'll hopefully teach you some life lessons. That's kind of one of my other goals too. And you definitely have social skills. The way you talk, you're funny as hell. That's a good thing. Um, and yeah, Blake, we were talking. Actually, we were talking to. Hey, Faddle son, how are you doing? I've been here for 2 hours waiting for you. Two and a half. Oh my God, 2 hours 41 minutes waiting for you. Um, yeah, I was out too. 'Cause we had a whole big group when we were growing up of kids, and they hung out and played together. But we said it before, and we were trying to tell Gamer this the first time he was on here. Kids are cruel. Kids are very cruel, and it's just unfortunate. Um, he's at a point right now. Once they grow up and get a little bit more mature, I found one of the things too. These kids do the same thing. The ones that are picking on you right now, they do the same thing. They're going to start growing up and moving on with their own lives, find a different direction to go. Um, there's one of the things I never really came through with. Um, like, I never really confronted my bullies growing up. It's like we were saying earlier. It's just kind of like life happened. We just grew apart. Even the bullies, yeah, our friends did too. All of my friends and their friends, but even the bullies, they like life happens for them, and that's what happens. They just move on. We move on. I don't even know where any of these kids are anymore. I'm thinking two of them I know are probably in jail right now or dead, to be honest. But oh yeah, don't worry, son. Gamer's been hugging everybody all night. We're just having a big old love fest in here. I'm pretty sure it's harmless. Just so you know. Street hockey. Geez, yeah, that would be cool. But I actually date back to the days of kick the can. I don't even know if you know what that is, but we didn't really have a whole lot of room to do street hockey. But we did do kick the can, and hide and go seek was a big one. And even as we were getting to be older kids, because we didn't have a whole lot back in my day. Not sounding like I'm 100 years old now either, but um, then that was the one thing too, Blank. I think there was, and I didn't realize it then. I do now, um, but I was bigger than most of the bullies. I think it's because I was shy and quiet, but I was bigger than most of the bullies in my class. Um, I can honestly remember twice actually being hit and getting into it with two of the bullies. Um, but yeah, I used to get picked on by all kind of kids, but never got into. And I think they realized that because if I did ever get to the point where, unfortunately, it came to hands, yeah, I probably would have beat the hell out of them. And I think they realized that. And ultimately, it does. I think it made me the person I am today. It made me stronger today. Um, I'm much more like I get my mind set on something, and I'm good with it. I don't really uh how do I say this the right way? I mean, everybody needs some direction and education and learning in life, but I'm to the point now where I get my mind made up on whatever. I don't really care what other people think. I don't care what people say. Um, it's just it's part of what the bully did. It made me stronger, I guess. Um, oh, see, that's too bad, gamer. You shouldn't have to go through that. Oh, and that's good though. You got a friend that'll help you. And that's kind of what it is. I actually wound up, even back then, it was similar to this. It was a kind of a social group. We all got together and I started hanging out with the right people. And then that also becomes part of it. You have enough people around you, it's hard for that one bully to pull you aside and try to bully you around a lot. It's the old adage, there's strength in numbers. So that could work, Blank. What's he allergic to? Yep. Yeah, and that's probably actually the better thing to do, kiddo, is yeah. Have you talked to a teacher or is there a counselor or, anybody in the office? Or hopefully there's somebody of authority that should be able to sit down and you got to be able to explain to them what's going on. Because there's bullying too. Um, Way too much of it in schools, even back then, but today more so. Yep. Yeah, it's worth something. It's the best. It's kind of like the whole thing we're doing with this channel. Best thing you can do, gamer, is speak out. I mean, there's no reason it happens, but there's no reason in this day and age you need to be bullied. You shouldn't. Yeah, yeah, definitely worst case scenario. But I understand, you know. Well, yeah, but there's a difference though between being a snitch and like what Blank just said. If you get to the point where you don't feel safe, you hear about stuff all the time in the news, kid. You've got to do something to protect yourself, um, and you know what? Maybe you are a snitch, to be honest. But if you feel unsafe, there's a lot of terrible things going on these days. You need to make sure you're safe, and the teachers need to know. They really do. And see, Blank said the same thing. Snitching is not necessarily a bad thing. It's played off as a bad thing, but honestly, exactly, it's worth your life. There's a lot of just problem children out there that don't know better. Um, yeah, and beating them up, so honestly, that solves the problem for the day. Doesn't solve the problem. Um, and Fat's got a good point too. Do your parents know? Oh, son's still here, gamer. He just asked you a question, and he's right too. That's the other sad part. If he's bullying you, is more than likely there's many others that are being bullied by him. He's not crazy. Yeah, and that's true too. Once they're afraid of you, and believe it or not, it'll happen. And sometimes you can even just do it mentally just by talking to them. Yeah, yeah. And I know it's hard and you feel uncomfortable. And some of that too, though, is guilt. I know I went through that too. Like it's strange to say, but somehow you don't want to get your bullier into trouble either, which is messed up. But I used to think that I didn't want to get him in trouble. But at the same time, once they finally, you're too young to know what his name means. That's why. But go ahead, fat old son. You can explain it. I know why, but you can explain it. Um, but yeah, I used to be afraid. I didn't want to get my bully in trouble. But I think in certain cases, certain teachers didn't know. I don't think they really knew, or they didn't know how bad it was if they did know. So bringing it to their attention, yeah, he got in trouble. But you know what? Honestly, who cares? He got in trouble. He deserved to be in trouble. Um, and that's what I mean. You're the weakest. You're youngest. Let him get in trouble. People need to know that you're afraid. I mean, you know, you being afraid, it's not just you being afraid. That's got to distract you. Exactly. He probably doesn't know who Pink Floyd is either, though. But anyways, um, yeah. Well, I was saying you being afraid that distracts you from your schoolwork, from doing your homework, from doing whatever it is you're supposed to be doing in class. It's just a big distraction. So whatever this kid is that's bothering you, he needs to be put in his place. And if it's got to be the principal or whoever in school, that's the way it is. So I wouldn't be afraid. I'd say something. No, no, because again, you know what, gamer, like they were saying earlier in chat, You may think you're the only one because he's bullying you at the time. But I bet you no, don't you that's where you start getting yourself in trouble. Don't get a pocket knife. Don't bring any kind of weapons to school. That's definitely the wrong way to go. Yeah. I know you're getting scared, but that's yeah, see that's when you start to get the criminal thoughts. You don't need to do that. You really don't need one. You need to talk to a teacher or you need to talk to a counselor or the principal or some adult. There's got to be an adult somewhere in your life you can talk to. But absolutely, like Blank said, if you're that scared, go to the principal's office. Even go to the nurse. You that's the one thing I found out. You don't even have to tell them, because you don't want to tell them you're going to the principal and you're scared, and this is why. And I hate to say this, but that would be your best weapon. I flat out lied. I told him I didn't feel good. I want to go see the nurse. And then when I got to the nurse, that's when I told the nurse what was really going on, and we wound up going to the principal's office. So there's a way to get around going to see the principal without having to tell everybody you're going to the principal and why. Like I said, I just told him I didn't feel good. I got to go see the nurse. And as soon as I got to the nurse's office, I told her why I didn't feel good. I didn't feel good because I was scared. And that's the best thing I did to defend myself. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, it's true. Self-defense is one thing, but never, never with a weapon, kid. Don't ever think that. That's definitely it's the worst thing you can do. Absolutely blank. You don't want to. Gamer, you got hugs from all of us right now. We're all behind you. And I'm the biggest one. I think, of course, this is my channel. But seriously, don't just tell them you need to go to the nurse. You don't feel good. When you get to the nurse, you tell her that you need to talk to somebody. Yep. Because yeah, that's no way to go to school every day. I can't tell you how much classes I missed because I was afraid to go to school, and it was because of the bully. It's not because of school. Not, I mean, I kind of like school, but yeah, I was so afraid. I just stopped going to school. I was scared. So you'll be fine. Well, that's too bad too. I didn't know that, but like I said, the hugs are what you need. Oh, and see, even that brings up a good point I didn't think of. I'm wondering if this kid's whoever's bullying you, maybe his parents don't know when he's a bully at school. That's very possible. Because I can actually think one of the bullies that it's kind of messed up. We were actually kind of friends before he became this bully, and I know about his family. His mother was never around. His father wasn't around. I don't think they knew about his problem because they were never around to really, raise him right and be around for him. And I wonder that's a good point. I just thought of that now that you said something. I wonder if the mother knew or the father, whoever knew, if things would have been different because maybe they could have stopped something. But when a parent's not around and they don't know, um, so yeah, same thing. If the kid gets in trouble, let him get in trouble. Maybe that's what he needs, and maybe then you'll do something, change his life, make him a better person. And yes, being able to defend yourself will definitely give you a lot of self confidence, and that's true too. You can learn so much on YouTube. There's tons of any kind of cooking videos, sewing, knitting, how to clean a house, how to change oil in a car. You can definitely watch YouTube videos and learn a little bit of self defense. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But again, I think all of us here agree do not get a knife. Don't bring any kind of thing like that to school. Ever, ever, ever. Don't do it. Yep. Yeah. Well, and see something, she probably, I know your kids are fosters. That could be part of it too. Who knows where this kid actually came from, what her background, what she thinks she knows, what she was taught. And, obviously the wrong thing in the past, you're in her life now. I'm sure you're going to teach her the right thing. But yeah, maybe she just didn't know. And again, obviously, unfortunately, you didn't know and you did something and took care of it. Um, there's no reason to be scared. Like I said, you just remember what I said. You don't even have to say anything. Just tell the teacher you don't feel good. You want to go see the nurse. Get to the principal's office. They're there to help. So one thing you got to understand too, they're there to help, not just teach and educate. They're there to help you. But who's wise? Certainly not me. I don't know. Yep. Yep, we can stop talking about it too. We're just trying to help you. So we'll stop talking about it. But if you ever want to talk, you just speak up, all right? Because that's what we're all here for. So everybody give Gamer a hug, and we're done. So, anyways, yeah, actually, that's a good segue to get out of this. You asked about Fat Old Son. There's lyrics to a song that came out probably 100 years before you were born. No offense, came out a very long time ago. I don't know. I don't even know if you know the band. I don't even know if you know what we're talking about. Gamer, hello. See, we used to do that. We just never had the rain boots. We used to just slash around in the puddles. Yep. Anyways, yeah, that's where his name came from. I just use my name. I don't know. I everybody's got names now. I thought you were supposed to just use your real name, but I've been on YouTube forever, so I don't know. I thought it was kind of like Facebook. You're supposed to use your real name, but everybody's got a different, and I knew what Fat Old Sons meant. We figured out ketos was the the keto diet, whatever you want to say. Um, blank blank. I don't know. I know what you said to Gamer, but I don't really know what the origin of your name is. Like I said, I just use my regular plain old. I got nothing to hide, nothing to lose name, so I just use my real name. Um, I do have another channel. I haven't set that up yet. I did make up a name for that, but um, yeah, Blake. I gotta admit, everyone's great wild, but I watch some of the old. Remember Saturday morning cartoons? They were awesome. You lived for all week, went to school, so you could watch Saturday morning cartoons. There's nothing better than a bowl of Cheerios and sitting down on the floor in front of an old TV, tube TV, watching those Saturday morning cartoons. Blank blank sounded good, so I named it. Hey, that works too. Why not, right? Probably couldn't come up with a blank nothing, so that was it. Blank blank twice. There you go. That works. He-Man, Smurfs. Yep. Oh yeah. See the Warrior Princess, Hercules. Yep. Yep. And yeah, Gamer drew his little icon himself. And it was supposed to be, I don't know if he remembers, he's supposed to be drawing my icon. I don't know if he can or if he's going to or if he forgot. But Yeah, and see, I actually go even back further. Do you remember? I don't know if you ever watched. Oh God, I used to watch the Munsters and the Adams Family. That was my Saturday morning, and the cartoons too. Bugs and Daffy, Scooby Doo. Those were the good old times, 100 years ago. Yep, I've seen them all, but yeah, like I was just saying, I go back even further. God, Scooby Doo. Like I said, what else was out there? Well, see, our biggest thing in the morning, Saturday morning, was always Bugs Bunny, and then Popeye came on. Had to watch Popeye, and then Popeye used to actually originally came on at 7 o'clock at night, I believe, on CBS. Again, that was 100 years ago. Black and white. There's a question: who? And no offense, because I I already know Fat Old Son can say this, but who else beside me and Fat Old Son have ever watched black and white televisions? Watch black and white. I remember the Popeye originally came out in black and white, and sort of like the Mickey Mouse Club, that was black and white when it came out. A lot of those old shows, but I know Fat Old Son's seen it. I've seen black and white TV. Oh yeah, Inspector Gadget. I watched a lot of that. I used to want to try to make some of those gadgets that he always had. I always thought those were cool. I usually wound up hurting myself though. Nothing ever worked, but it was fun trying. I do remember doing that. So no answers. Nobody's watched black and white TV. Just me. Somebody's seen a show in black, and I don't mean on YouTube. I mean who actually, when you turn the TV on, it was black and white. Actually, I even remember my grandmother only had a black and white, so even the color TVs or the color shows, that's all she had was a black and white television. A little one too, tiny little thing, not like these great big 50-inch TVs we have now. Yes, anything magic related. Uber old school. Gee, thanks. Oh, uber old school. Well, yeah, because actually, we had color TV when I was growing up, but yeah, it definitely it was at the tail end of it because there were still shows made. Some of them when I was really young. Excuse me, we're still black and white. No, I think Son's still with us. I think his internet sometimes comes in and out, but if he's not with us, he'll be back. It's hard to make him upset. You won't make him mad. Yes, that's the other thing too. Do you remember those big beast things we used to have? They looked like pregnant roller skates. They were huge and they were heavy. And now I've got like this 50-inch monitor I can pick up by myself. It's huge and it's tiny. Yep. And like you said, yeah, we had color TV, but I do remember my going over to my grandmother's house, and that's all she had. It was a little tiny thing, probably I don't know, 12, 14. It was tiny, and it was black and white. There was no color. There was colors TV shows, but the TV itself was just black and white. I guess you can only find them in antique stores now. They don't sell anything like that. Oh yes, you remember those sounds of dialing up with dial up on AOL? I don't even know if AOL's in business anymore, but everybody had it. That's because that was kind of like the thing back then. See, I told you, he's still here. He's not mad. He just Fat Old Son seems to be like me sometimes. He has bad internet connection, so he's in and out. But he's here. He's not mad. You just got to catch him while he's on. um, but yeah, like I said, dial up. And load up like just a 2 or 3 minute video on I don't even know if there was a Facebook or a YouTube then. But yeah, that would take like 5-10 minutes depending on your internet connection. Because yeah, I remember I think it was the first time, and again this dates me, but the first time I think I loaded Facebook, I think it took like 10 hours, literally. Yes, drove you nuts. I think that's another thing we take for granted. Today you just click on something, boom, there it is. And even like what I'm doing now, it's kind of funny. I'm sitting in the middle of Maine and I'm talking to all you people. I don't even know where everybody's from, but it's like all over the US and eventually probably all over the world. And doesn't that blow your mind that now you can talk freely where again takes 2 to 4 hours to just load one app or one game, one adventure, one something. Hours. And stupid us, we'd sit. I remember that too, sitting there waiting for 4% loaded. 10 minutes later, 5% loaded. And every once in a while, you get that too. You get like that glitch. You were just at 23, it goes back 21%. So wait a minute. We were just at 23%. Now we're back to 21%. What happened? How do you lose information? But trust me, young kids, it happens. It used to happen, not anymore. But okay, I got one answer. So you're 5 minutes to load massive games. That's true. And blanks. You're from Ohio. I'm in Central Maine. I think I don't remember where Fat Old Son's from. I wanted to say Washington State, but that's not right, is it? I don't think so. You'll find too as we all get to know each other. You get to know me. My memory's shot. I don't remember. That's why, like I said, I sit here with a pad and pen every day. People say things, I write them down. Maine, what's Maine known for? Where are you from? Oh, Ohio. Basically, potatoes and hay is what we're known for. And of course, we're our license plate. We're known as a vacation state. Yeah, I don't know. I lived here too long. I don't know about that. When I lived in Vegas, that was a that was a vacation state, but that's also trouble. But I did have a good time when I was out there. I gotta admit that. But yep, that's basically like I said. We're the vacation state. We're known as vacation land, but yeah, potatoes. We don't do well. We do enough corn locally, but we're not really known for corn. It's mainly potatoes and hay. And same thing, the hay is basically for our farmers. A little bit I did, Fat Old Son. Kind of wanted to wait and see exactly what this psychologist or psychiatrist, whatever she is, I wanted to see what she has to say. But whatever she does recommend, yes, I am definitely going to do a lot of homework, and you and I are going to have a conversation about it. I appreciate your help. I didn't forget. I do still have it written down, like I told you on my sheet. Um, I'm just kind of waiting. I'm going to suggest that before I go in, that Latuda. But yeah, whatever she decides, I'm going to do some research, and you and I are going to talk because I think I told you how I feel about that already. I don't want to. I don't want to take anything really. I want to add anything to what I'm taking now as it is. And I want to take away from it actually if I can. So uh, we'll. I got 2 weeks. I forget the date. I don't know where. Somewhere around here, I got the date of my next appointment. But yeah, we are going to talk before I do anything crazy. Trust me. I've had enough, and I'm taking enough. I don't need to take any more. Blank blank blinks 3 times and speaks. I'm a floating orb of energy. Well, really, it's all what we all are is floating orbs of energy. And he can explain what being a furry means. I wish I could afford. Yeah, well, that's the reality of a lot of Americans. They can't afford vacations anymore. Oh no, yeah, I should have clarified that. Yes, that's why I said I want to do some homework. I'm going to talk to her about that before I go in because I don't know anything about Latuda or any of these drugs, medications, I should say, not drugs. But yeah, I don't want to just go in blind. Um, and I've done it before. There's other things they wanted me on, and I've done some research on. There's another heart medication they want me to take, and I just refuse to take it. Um, I've already told my pharmacist that too, that I want to be off of the Jardians. Um, I've done enough research on Jardians that it quite frankly scares the hell out of me. I don't want to be on it. Um, I understand the fact that it's my A1C is very high. We need to lower that. I get that, and I'm kind of fine with that. Um, I think it's safe enough to take for they wanted me to take they want me to take it forever. I said no. I agreed to take it for 1 year and get off it. And unfortunately, at that point, wherever my A1C is at, that's where my A1C is going to be at because again, I don't know if you know or if you're curious, you can look it up. But I've done some homework on the Jardian. It scares the hell out of me. You're talking all kind of internal problems with organs, losing limbs, losing your eyesight, losing this. And my point was, it's almost the same thing as having diabetes. So if I'm going to lose limbs and my eyesight and my hearing anyways with the diabetes or with the Jardians, I'd rather just not have all the internal organ function failure. So I'll just skip the Jardians things. So I agreed to do it for 1 year to get my A1C lowered, but I'm not doing it for my lifetime. I'm not doing it. And like I said, unfortunately, if my A1C goes back up, there's other put it this way, because we have an audience. There's other organic, natural things that can be done to help it, and that's what I plan on doing. Because yeah, I don't really know exactly what it's one of those things. The A1C blank's looking for an answer. I don't know. It's something to do with when you get older, you get to my age, which is young, but when you get a little older in life, they do all kind of stuff. They check your blood sugar, your blood levels, how much oxygen is in your body, how much this, how much that. And I don't know. I know it's a number that they test. Your A1C is supposed to be around 7. That's the number they give you. That's supposed to be everybody's uh, average. Mine is 10 or 11. So again, I don't know exactly what the A1C stands for, but I just know that that's what it is. It's supposed to be very dangerous, and I have to get it down to a 7. The Jardiance that I'm on is supposed to help me get to that point. And again, I think they're thinking it's going to be something I'm going to take for my life. And I told them when I started taking it, no, I'll take it for a year because I don't think it's going to do that much damage in just 1 year. But actually, it's one of the things that Fat Old Son and I were talking about. I'm young enough where if I start taking this and they want it to be long term for the rest of my life, it has all kinds of negative effects, which are similar to having diabetes in the first place. So I'd rather watch what I eat and control it by your food intake. And like you were saying too, your keto diet, as opposed to taking more drugs, more pills, this Jardiance, all kind of stuff, and having the same effects that I'm going to get if I don't take it. So why don't I just go convert to the wheats for breakfast and salad for lunch, chicken at night for dinner? It makes more sense to me than taking this Jardiance because their Jardiance are also talking there's possibility of loss of limbs. It actually stimulates heart attacks, which obviously I'm prone to have because I've only had 4 of them. Liver failure, kidney failure, lung failure, heart failure. Why would I want to take this? And yeah, that's what I said. I've changed the way of eating. And yes, we'll talk about it later, but I do cheat once in a while and have things I shouldn't because I think you still got to live your life. But I'm eating much better than I ever have. Like I said, it's usually oatmeal or some kind of cereal with no sugar in the morning, salad for lunch, usually chicken or some kind of lean meat, turkey or something for supper. So yeah, I have changed that. And that's what I was saying, and Fat Old Son and I were talking about it before. To get off all these drugs, there's nothing but chemicals in you. I don't like it. I've never done that, and I don't really want to start now. I'm not against doing something temporarily to help me get down to the levels I need to be at. But I'm not staying. I'm not doing this Jardiance the rest of my life. There's no way. So that's the long answer. Sorry, but that's what I'm doing. Just to answer you. That's an idea, Blank. I should just open up and eat the hugs. Those got to be healthy and good for you, right? Oh, I have to do this now. I know I get long-winded sometimes. You guys got to stop me. Tell me to shut up. Of course, remember, I am the channel owner. I can ban you, but I won't do that. Oh, look, my name's highlighted and everything. I don't talk in chat, so obviously, because you can hear me. So I never saw that. My name's highlighted. That's cool. I just gave you a highlighted hug from the channel owner. How much more do you want, kid? I know, but sometimes I tend to go on and on and on and on, so I gotta sometimes stop myself. But again, it's my channel, right? I'm allowed to. Oh, I'm out of water though. What did I do? See, I've been doing a lot of water. No more soda. They took away my caffeine though. That sucks. No more coffee. Are you out of your mind? No, blank, blank. Sorry, I don't usually do this, but I got to correct you. It's not high demand; he's high maintenance. But we love him. We're glad he's here at the channel. But Gamer is definitely high maintenance. Oh well, what are you gonna do? You are permanently furry. Of course, a couple of us are going to take some razor blades to you to shave you down, but that's a whole other story for when you're a lot older. I don't know what that means. Yeah, well, that's just it. It's getting late. Jesus, 1:30 in the morning. How did I start this? It is. It's late. We're all getting. See, we even got Fat Old Son laughing. That's cool. um, my brain's slowing down. I think it's time I hit the hay. I'm supposed to be getting 8 hours of sleep now, which is never going to happen, but whatever. I'll try. Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, you're forever now. You've got hugs from me permanently. That works. Yeah, I haven't had. Well, I take that back. The other day, I had a little teeny can of soda. I don't even think I had all of it, but I don't do soda anymore. All the good stuff, the sweets are gone. And I was funny part in a way. I was never really big into sweets. I used to eat a dark candy bar once a week, and that was it. But I never did a whole lot of chips or cookies or candies or any of that stuff. Um, okay, I'm right. You know me, fat old son. I'm writing it down. I'm not ignoring you. KRADOM. Checking that. Okay. Oh no, I was almost getting to that blank. Thank you. Yeah, I've been broadcasting for 3 hours and 19 minutes and 15 seconds. So yeah, I know. Oof, that's a lot. It's a long time for me. But you know what? It's cool. I appreciate all you guys being here. Um, and like I said, I'm going to try to get a little bit more regular. It's every night 10 o'clock, and hit that bell icon, like and subscribe. You'll get notified when I am online because I might do a few during the day too. I keep saying that, but I'm going to start trying to get on during the day. It's a little easier, a little better for some other people. But yes, Blank, I'm like you. I could talk till everybody falls over, but I'm starting to yawn, get tired. I'm going to pass out any minute now, so I got to go to bed. But yeah, same thing, gamer. You got to be tired. You've been with me for most of this. You got to be tired too. You need some sleep. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I think it's been a good night. I really do appreciate all you guys coming in and talking to me and to everybody else and getting everybody out of their little funky moods. So that's an awesome thing. Um, like I said, hit that bell button. If you think about it, I'll be on tomorrow about 10 o'clock. Yeah, and I bet Blake is Gamer's got to have an energy bar of 0 right now. There's no other way to do it. Definitely. You do use it too? Okay. Yep. And yeah, I really do. Like I said, you'll get to know me better, but I really do. I write down what you say. I do homework and I've done some homework and I will check into that seriously. I appreciate the advice. And it's good knowing you take it too. So it's not just advice, you're actually taking it. It actually makes me feel better about it. So anyways, yep, good night. All of you. Appreciate you coming in. We all need to rest. I don't know where you guys are. Well, we kind of do, but yeah, for me, it's like 20 of 2 in the morning. I should have been in bed hours ago, but whatever. I'm a big boy. But yes, see you guys tomorrow night. All right. Thanks. Bye. Yeah, 1:30.